crowd in Solana. Welcome to the Hochman crowd in Solana. Welcome to the show, 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 crowd in Solana. Welcome to the three amigos, Hochman, Crowder, and Solana on FM radio. Them boys be sliding, so we riding and we ready to go. 100,000 watts full throttle, baby, ready to go.
Highway.
To Jupiter, we got your attention. You to your navy river, listen at your discretion. To the legend, Mr. Hochman can't stop from each other deuce. My brother got his own hot burger at Tucker Deuce. Now I rush more of these sports, spitting the truth. It's Channing Crowder, greatest golf in 2 by 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a bell on the phone and tell him that it's home. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. Just spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, show.
Oh boy. This could be a biggie. This could be the big one, Elizabeth.
Know what I was thinking about? I want to talk about the World Cup, but there is a lot of percolating news regarding LeBron to Miami, and they've taken it off the book on Hard Rock Bet. Pat Riley was on with Levitard today, and now I did read that interview was taped, but I can't imagine it was taped much more than a day ago, if that. But again, there are myriad opportunities that Pat Riley has had, starting with the Giannis press conference, to poo-poo this. Hey, would be great. And he has not. There's too much smoke right now for me not to believe that there's some sort of fire. Now, could LeBron do something that, where he ends up in Cleveland or Golden State or Philly? Sure. I mean, he's drama. There's drama.
Man.
He's going to make the decision that he wants to make. But there's so much stuff percolating that I'm having a tough time believing that we're not going to find out today that LeBron is coming to Miami. That's my gut instinct. Gut.
Being at Fanatics and talking to different people, a bunch of different people, they were really saying, like, this is a hard decision for him. They're like, we don't even know. Like, people, around him, I'm not saying Rich Paul doesn't know, but some people that have been around, he's like, man, everybody's asking him. And he's kind of shrugging his shoulders. He's still trying to figure it out, which is honestly great for us. if we're on the table.
If we're on the table, that's all you want.
Yep,
you want to know that the decision hasn't been made yet. And again, it just feels like everything is pointing towards Miami right now. And I was thinking about this over the weekend. How many times since LeBron has been gone have we said something along the lines of, sometimes you don't realize you're in the good old days until you're out of them. And it goes along with, if you're getting married, people always say, make sure you take a moment to enjoy your wedding, because there's going to be so much swirl. It's going to be over. And then all of a sudden, you're not even going to remember. You're not even going to have tried the food, Yep. And I know that I've said just on this radio show over the last decade, if you didn't appreciate it while you had it, shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
How many sports fan bases, and again, there is no word yet, but how many sports fan bases would get to re-engage with a moment in time that seemingly was gone forever, and you get to re-experience it?
Came on back around.
And there's a real possibility that we get that, because there is a big three. I mean, if LeBron comes here, there's a big three. Giannis, Bam, LeBron. That is a big three. That's not a faux big three. That's a legit big three. And we would be able to experience a second version of that. And now you'd be able to experience it with your son. And there's it's there's something on the table for all of us here in Miami, sports fans. There's something on the table that you normally don't get to re-experience. And again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it does, what a blessing we get as sports fans in South Florida.
And, you read into stuff you hear and see, and I heard and I saw it online, and somebody else was like, he's trying to make the best decision for Bryce and his daughter. He was like, he wants his family to be happy. Like, if it was all about his happiness, it was like, it's his family happiness. And I don't know if that's Cleveland or Philly. If I want to make my daughter happy, I can come back to Miami. Savannah loves it down here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's all these breadcrumbs.
Yeah, that's the tea leaves, but I might be reading them in a different way than other people are reading them.
Well, that's true too. I think we're reading all this through the prism of being Miami Heat fans, because I just, and I didn't talk to him today, but as I was driving to the studio, I was thinking, if I called my brother right now in Chicago, now he's not on social media, he watches ESPN, he listens to Chicago sports talk radio. If I called him and said, where do you think LeBron is going to end up? I think he would probably say Cleveland and maybe Philly. I don't, and then if I said, I think he's coming to Miami, I think he would be surprised.
Yeah.
Like, really? Why would he go back to Miami? Doesn't everyone hate him there? Doesn't, and so we are seeing it through the prism of obviously being Heat fans, but that doesn't mean that we're wrong.
No. And do we hate him?
Nope. We did.
When he left?
We did. Heat fans hated him when he left.
Yeah.
But that's fandom. I mean, hated the character. I don't know if you ever hated the person.
How he left. Yeah. I don't think anybody hated LeBron.
Well, you sided up, right? You squatted up for Riley. There when he left, there were two teams, right? You had to choose a team. Couldn't play both teams. You could either be on Team Riley or you could be on Team LeBron. And we all sided with Team Riley.
Yeah.
But Hawk, to your point about, are we reading this through the prism of Heat fans? We are. There's no doubt about it. But for weeks, we've been talking about the best basketball fit. And for weeks, we've all been saying it seems pretty evident with the way teams are constructed currently, nothing's changed, that it's the Miami Heat for LeBron. And I think we're seeing more and more people outside of Miami now realizing what we all realized weeks ago, which is, hey, purely from the basketball fit, this is the best stop for him. And if we know LeBron, which I think most people do, he wants to compete. So to me, I think that's what's happening right now. That's why the lines are moving. That's why Miami from Saturday night to Sunday morning was all of a sudden a favorite on Kalshi, and then on Hard Rock, they were up to plus 100 a couple hours ago, because more and more people are saying, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I would say, too, that let's say you even believe Miami and Philadelphia are both equal basketball destinations.
Yeah.
Well, then Miami's got to get the nod. If you're thinking about his kids and Savannah and his happiness and golf courses, if the two teams are equal basketball-wise, then Miami would get the nod.
Yeah. And when it's basketball fit or better roster, now I think you're splitting hairs there.
You're splitting hairs more.
Because he fits here. He can run the point four. Now, man, to play with Jaylen Brown, to play with, them young boys, what's his name? VJ and Maxey and all those guys, bro, they got a squad. And even if Joel Embiid's not healthy, that's what everybody's talking about. Joel's not going to play. Don't put him in the 5. They still have a hell of a squad.
Going to be very interesting. Ira Winderman is going to join us this hour from the Sun Sentinel, so we will talk some Miami Heat with him. What a finish to the World Cup. Saturday, the third-place match was one of the best sporting events for entertainment purposes that I've ever watched in my life. In my life.
Give me that soccer.
Well, and so you could make the case that it was a little too loosey-goosey for soccer purists, but just for entertainment purposes, that was, you couldn't have a more entertaining match. 4-0, there's no chance a team is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, you're like, what the hell's going on? By the way, Lee Sterling nailed that on the show. I had brunch with him on Saturday, and he said, are you riding with me or are you riding with Solana? Because Solana was on
France.
And I said, I'll ride with you because you've been hot lately. And Lee, when they were like up 3-0, he's texting me. He's like, I don't know if I've ever had a laugher like this one. And then all of a sudden it's 4-1, 4-2. And I'm texting him like, you getting nervous? He's like, yeah, a little bit. But he out-soccered you.
Yeah, but how could I have known that the French team was going to put up a worse defense than they did in 1942 against Germany? I mean, what the hell was that? They were all basically drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, eating croissants. And then finally in the second half, they're like, all right, maybe we should try a little bit.
When I was funny. When they were going up, I'm sitting at the bar in New York and they're going up, 3-0, 4-0. And I'm cheering, and there's some people from England, some English people next to me with the accents and all. And we're slapping hands, and then France starts coming back, and I'm cheering still. And this little 3'8" little white dude was like, "What side are you on? What side are you on?" And I'm like, "Hey, man,
I like goals. I like goals.
I'm be used to these Americans. I just want to see goals get scored."
I want to talk about your time in New York because I want to talk about Fanatics, but I want to have enough time with Ira. So later on in the show, Whittingham will join us today, and we'll talk some soccer with him. Although I told everyone today, if news breaks, you're off the show. I gotta juggle things as they come live. But Whitty will join us in the 3:00 hour, talk a little soccer. I want to hear about, because you were sending us videos over the weekend. Oh. You were at WWE. You got to experience Danhausen. And he's a New York legend. He's beloved in New York.
Yeah. It was a New York Knicks championship celebration is what it was.
That's what it was, right?
Yes.
Cat was out there. Danhausen picked the Knicks and uncursed them. The only reason they won is because he uncursed them.
Yeah, he's built like Solana. I don't think he should be on the stage like that.
That's the most amazing thing about him. He is the most ordinary person on the planet.
I was front row. He walked right past me. I was like, "This is what you work at Walgreens? Look at him."
So were you adding Hausen to everything?
No, not really. I was adding
IPA. Fred and Ryan, you weren't doing pivot Hausen?
No, but there must have been 1,000 people with their faces painted like him. They love him.
He's a hero. He's a hero there. What does he say, Jimmy? Very good, very evil, or something like that?
Very evil, very nice.
Very evil, very nice.
Yeah.
So are you a Danhausen fan now?
No, not at all.
Not at all? You're not a Fanhausen?
I'm not a Fanhausen.
Wow. That's
now
shocking to me.
This CM Punk, I like him. He's old and wily. I like old CM Punk.
Crotchety.
Yeah, he's just mad. He's always angry.
And then they had little Hausens running around. I saw in your videos.
Yeah, man. Some little people came out from under the stage. It was weird.
What are the little Hausens, Jimmy? Is that something that happens normally?
Well, he cloned them.
Oh, he cloned. See, I didn't know this.
I don't know if you watched. The little Hausens got their ass whooped.
Well, I imagine if you're a wrestler and they give you the script and you're like, yeah, but I'm not losing to a little Hausen. I got to draw the line somewhere.
And that little boy got slammed into that wall. I said, "Oh, that was real." He was dizzy. I said,
Yeah, I got to hear about Fanatics Fest. I was watching some clips from your Tiffany Haddish interview. We'll get to it. I want to make sure we have enough time to talk about that, have enough time with Ira. So let's do headlines. Start out the show here. Who knows what's going to happen during today's 4 hours? Who knows? Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito, and we want a low price. You save with your Pricito. Save with your Pricito right now at Doral Hyundai Hausen.
So randomly, Chris Bosh has dropped a video, speaking of the big three, and he said, if I were LeBron James, here's why I would play in Miami next season. It's a 3-minute long video where he explained why he would choose Miami if he were LeBron.
It makes a lot of basketball sense. It really does.
It does.
It does. It just does.
Well, who's the Sixers head coach?
Nick Nurse.
Oh, nobody wants to play for Nick Nurse. He gets his shoulders rubbed.
Who's the Cleveland head coach?
The guy who said that they won all the games based on analytics.
Right.
They didn't have more points than the other team.
That's dope.
Yeah, nobody wants to play for him.
It's like, if you check the analytics, we've actually won all 3 games. We're down 3-0, guys.
Kenny Atkinson.
Kenny Atkinson.
Kenny Atkinson.
Okay. Sounds like Cam Cameron. We played great, fellas. Got beat by 30. What?
Yesterday, Spain ends up handling Argentina. Game goes into extra time. Argentina's a man down. They had 0 shots.
That was the craziest thing.
Not just on target, 0 shots.
0 shots. Lori said to me, when watching the game with her, and she said to me at one point at the end, she's like, hey, Argentina's going to try and have to score now. And I said, nope. They would love to get this game into penalties.
Yep.
They would be happy to go through 90 minutes and then another 30 minutes without ever taking a shot. Their only chance is to get to penalties.
Yep.
I mean, that's the reality of it, right? They knew that. That's what they went out to do, and they came pretty close.
Once they were a man down, they had
for sure when they were a man down.
Absolutely 0 chance at pushing ahead, at creating opportunities. When Leo Messi, he's the GOAT, like, I'm not criticizing him, but when he is your point man now because of necessity, right? Like, everybody else has to drop back. They're getting just dominated in the middle of the field. Possession is heavily favoring Spain, which we all expected going in. When Messi is now your point man, he cannot run any of the Spanish defenders. You're not going to create anything. You have to get the ball to Messi in the final third, and that's where he's dangerous. You just knew that if Spain scored a goal, it was donezo. It was over. And Argentina at the very end still put in 2 dangerous balls that could have sent that game to penalties. It really could have.
I've asked you that before about soccer. Like, can you, like Mbappe and Messi, can you just choke somebody out? Like, just have a dude in his back pocket. They were choking out Messi. They weren't letting him get nothing.
Non-factor. Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, he was non-existent.
Yeah, they did yesterday. It was like a 1-box, basically, yesterday.
Right.
Every time he got the ball, he just tap it out to somebody else. Nope, not over here.
That Spanish defense, though, man, like, is just all of them.
That team quietly ran through the tournament. Like, they didn't have a big giant star, I guess, other than who's that? Lamal. Yeah. Like, they quietly went through that tournament, taking no prisoners. Like, just boom, 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 just knocking fools out.
Uruguay honestly played better against them than Argentina did.
Don't bring this up.
Nobody wants to hear about
Uruguay is the Littlehousens.
There they are.
Oh, for sure.
I can't even pay my mortgage. Uruguay.
You know who else is the Littlehousens? The Marlins. What the hell's going on with the Marlins?
What happened? You know what? It's because he sat Yuri pitching a perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
The baseball gods aren't going to smile on you when you do that.
That was 2 weeks ago.
That's right. That's right.
So they've lost 6 straight. However, the Marlins, as poorly as they've played, are still tied for the final wild card spot.
Oh, really? I didn't even look. I assumed they were out of it.
St. Louis, Miami, Pittsburgh are all tied for the final wild card spot.
All right. Well, that's what happens when you go on a 10-game heater, a month and a half long heater. You build up a little cushion so in case something like this happens. But they got to get things right, man.
Yeah.
This Pete Fairbanks killing us.
Wasn't that our big off-season signing?
Like $9 million, isn't he?
Yeah, 8-9 million.
Yeah.
Guy stinks.
Guy stinks.
Well, they're going to continue their road trip tonight. They are in H-Town. They'll play the Astros.
Let's get it going, Marlins. Come on. Come on. We were like excited down here, and they were part of it, by the way. Like, things were happening. The Marlins were knocking fools out as well. Like, let's get that back, Fish. Let's go.
Especially if the Heat get LeBron. The Hurricanes start their season in what? Less than 2 months? The Dolphins start their season in less than 2 months. I mean, shoot. Rookies report to camp tomorrow. We're basically in football season already. They do.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Rookies report to camp tomorrow. The Marlins can't lose their juice right now. We've all been captivated. We've all been all in on the Fish. We're rooting for them, but they can't lose their juice. Their juice What?
What are they losing?
They can't lose their Jews.
Well, they did. They sent Mervis away.
They sent Merv his way, but they do have Gabe Kapler running things, so he's Jewish.
I'm talking to the Dolphin rookies Thursday, I think.
Oh, I remember you said that last week.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
yeah.
it was this week.
Yeah. What should I tell them?
Solana's doing the show with a GoPro.
I don't know what he's doing.
Crazy, man.
All right, finish up the headlines because I want to have enough time with Ira.
Game back one Jew. Your weather in South Florida right now.
What's the best Jew? Is it au jus for a French dip sandwich?
It's our silent signal.
Before you wave goodbye, what's your favorite Jew? Au jus? Jerry Judy? Who is it? Come on.
I'm out. I'm talking to the Dolphins rookies on Thursday.
It's 91 degrees. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
So Ira Winderman is going to join us. We're going to keep our LeBron watch going all afternoon. We're going to talk today. Crowder was at Fanatics Fest in New York. I'm fascinated with that stuff. My horse ran on Saturday, came in second by a head, lost to a 35-1 horse.
Man.
35-1. The winner of that race paid about $70-something. Anyway, and I was at Gulfstream Park today cashing in a ticket, but Gulfstream Park, there is no better way to spend a summer day than Gulfstream Park in Hallandale Beach. I was there today. They have live racing now on Mondays through August 31st. I was there today. It was exciting. There was live racing. There's more than just simulcast. So they have live racing this summer, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. Monday racing will feature weekly on-track giveaways, a $500 drawing, new wagers, food and drink specials. You can enjoy $3 Mondays in the Silk Simulcast Center, which is where I cash my ticket, by the way. Fans can enjoy $3 cheese pizza slices, $3 soft pretzels, $3 hot dogs, plus enjoy $3 Budweiser drafts at the Breezeway Bar. So post time is 12:20 on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, which means it's still running right now. Make plans to attend. Also, Taste at the Track. They've got several this summer, but the next one is Tacos and Tequila. It's coming up Saturday, July 25th. So that's this Saturday. You can get your tickets right now. Is that this Saturday? Yeah, I guess 25th is Saturday?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, this Saturday, you've got Tacos and Tequila, Taste at the Track at Gulfstream Park. You can make reservations. You can make reservations for 10 Palms Restaurant and enjoy prime seating and dining while you overlook the track. 10 Palms is open Friday through Monday during the summer, and you can make reservations at GulfstreamPark.com. Gulfstream Park has something new and exciting at 10 Palms as well. Bet and Brunch. It's a wagering tournament, and you get to enjoy the 10 Palms buffet as well. The next Bet and Brunch is Saturday, August 8th. Brunch, wagering, live racing, and the opportunity to win some incredible prizes and money, of course. Bet and Brunch at Gulfstream Park. You could sign up right now at GulfstreamPark.com. Just click on events. Gulfstream Park, it is perfect for a day of racing and fun. Also a perfect venue for groups and events, private parties. They host groups from 10 to 1,000 people. So make it a day at Gulfstream Park. Nothing better than a beautiful South Florida summer day, betting on some horses and enjoying the great sights and sounds at Gulfstream Park. You can get all the details right now at GulfstreamPark.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I think I am the world's biggest Erlen Holland fan. He's got a head of hair that I would give Clayton McCullough's left leg for. Feeling crazy. Ira Winderman is joining us on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. A lot percolating, Ira. I don't know if you're feeling it in your bones, but there's a lot percolating. So Ira Winderman has covered the Miami Heat for the Sun Sentinel for 38 seasons. Will you be covering a second iteration of a LeBron James-led Miami Heat team?
You know, Hawk, we are so living in the moment and minute to minute. I almost hate to say anything now because literally the next 5 minutes, and I'm searching Twitter right now also, it could change. But do I think it makes sense? Yes. Do I think it makes sense for LeBron? Do I think it makes sense for the Heat? Do I think it makes sense for the NBA? Matter of fact, Hawk, I'm not so sure that any other move would make as much sense. Just from a stylistic standpoint, from a being in a place that just doesn't seem too cheesy and chasing titles, you know, just going to Philadelphia or Minnesota or a place he's never been before and there's no history. That would be just chasing a championship. You go back to Miami, there's the history, there's the Heatles, you know, there's the Harlem Shake, the next one to feature Solana. Looking forward to that, you know, going to enjoy that a little bit. So to me, it just makes sense here. And stylistically, it makes so much sense. As far as, look, when we get old, what's the last thing we don't want to do? We don't want to defend, except Channing did it for a living. But in the NBA, he has Bam Adebayo, he has Giannis Antetokounmpo, he has Davion Mitchell, he has Andrew Wiggins. Think about this. LeBron can be the fifth best defender in the Heat's lineup, and it can work. And that lets him focus on what he can do. What are the Heat lacking? They're lacking a finisher. They're lacking a ball handler. They're lacking someone like that. And that's exactly what LeBron can do. It just makes all the sense in the world. But we've all learned sometimes when something makes the most sense, players will come up and give us a reason that makes no sense.
And Ira, you kind of hit on it because Solana's thing is the best fit. You hear the best fit. And I was saying, where is it the best roster? Because you look at Philly with all they have and the emotion of Cleveland and the, you know, the sappiness of going to chase rings and all that. But you're saying the best fit for LeBron to have those defenders behind him is in Miami.
And that's two different things. If it's the best roster, you go to Oklahoma City, you go to San Antonio. If you want to be with the best players and have the best chance to win, you go there. But man, would that look cold. And I don't think LeBron is ready to give up on being a star. I don't think he's ready that when they show the introductions and the game is starting on ESPN or ABC, oh, here walks in Wemby. Oh, here walks in, you know, star number 2. And see the guy in the background? That's LeBron. LeBron in Miami will still have the cachet of when they walk in the arena. No offense to Bam. Maybe they show Giannis first, but they'll show LeBron second. It's not like he's going to be Oklahoma City's fifth wheel. Even Philadelphia, there's Joel Embiid, there's Tyrese Maxey, you know, there's Jaylen Brown. Oh, and LeBron's coming in also, and apparently he's carrying Jaylen Brown's bag. It's just not going to happen in Miami. And also, the other thing, the Heat know how to do LeBron. They know by now what works and what doesn't work. He will get his goddamn cookies. He'll be able to ride his bicycle to the arena. You laugh. You know what, Channing? You laugh about that. But Channing, you know enough guys late in their NFL career, they go somewhere else and there's a different rules and different workplace. And they don't like what the coach does, what the weight training coach does, what the physio staff does. No one changes here. I don't change. Hawk doesn't change. It's still the same people. It's the same interviews. There's a real comfort zone for LeBron. Yeah. He's lived here. He's been there. He's done it. So no, is this the best players he could play with? No. But is this the fit that would make the most sense? It's really hard to argue against that.
Ira, this could be a controversial question because it's going to sound like I'm demeaning the big three Heat. But when those three players come together, there was a huge question mark of how LeBron and Wade's games would coexist. And look, they won 2 titles, 4 Eastern Conference championships. It worked. Would LeBron, even at this age, alongside Bam and Giannis, be a better complementary fit between the three of them on the court immediately compared to the big three Heat, who I remember, Ira, in that first game against Boston on the road scored, 78 points? It was a struggle when they started 9-8. This could get off the ground running a lot quicker than that team did.
Well, I'll say this also. When that happened, the question was, could Dwayne Wade and LeBron James coexist? And that took a full season. And it was an either-or season right through those NBA finals when LeBron was being posted up by JJ, Barea. But The question now wouldn't be, can LeBron fit? It's still what it is right now. Can Giannis and Bam fit? Two mid-range shooters, two guys who like to occupy the same space, two guys who play a similar defensive style. So LeBron won't be the odd wheel. He'll sort of be the Bosch here. Don't aggregate that. But what I mean is he's the guy who's going to have the definitive delineated role. I still don't know about Bam and Giannis. I'm waiting to see. I know Spoelstra is a savant. He will make it work. But LeBron, man, for a team that doesn't have a guy, 4 seconds left on the clock, inbounding on the end line, no timeouts, who's going to create? I'll still go with 41-year-old LeBron. When it comes to a playmaker, God bless Davion Mitchell, I'll still go with LeBron. It's the other two guys here that I think are the LeBron and Wade, that, you know, the Batman and Robin on this team figuring out those roles. That's why Solana, the fit here makes so much sense for him to come back. Is it his best championship spot? Arguably not. The most talented roster? Arguably not. But it just seems to make sense.
I like what you said, though, about things don't change. You know, that's one of the things. As you get older, you like change less and less.
Correct.
You just do. It happens. Ira and I can attest to it. You just like change less and less. But there are organizations I mean, it's few and far between that are like the Heat, right, Ira? I mean, you deal with them. This Heat, it's not like LeBron would end up somewhere and they say, hey, we're going to figure it out with whether it's Kenny Atkinson or like, we'll figure it out once you're here. With the Heat, we figured it out 20 years ago. We figured it out. We have everyone in place. Anyone that you were comfortable with is still here. Like, we've already figured it out. You know exactly what you're walking into. And man, that is a big selling point as you get older, right?
I mean, it's the same Pat Riley, the same Andy Ellisberg, the same Adam Simon, the same Keith Askins in the front office, the same coaching staff, and that you have Eric Spoelstra and his people, the same Heat style, even in the fitness room. You went from Bill Ferran to his son, Eric Ferran. It's still in the family. So he knows everything. He'll know the locker room. He'll know the backstage areas that he can hide out if he wants. He'll know exactly where he could put his dentures. Please don't aggregate that.
And by the way, just quickly, he also gets to come in, and there's kind of a guy who takes a lot of the shine in Giannis as being the new guy. And LeBron just gets to go in there and do what he had done here for 4 seasons and doesn't have to have the spotlight shining on him. That's Giannis's time.
And also the other part of that is, and LeBron, you know, when you first have to do that the first time, maybe chatting with there's a better defensive player or a better linebacker you're alongside, and you realize you're not the 1A anymore. LeBron got to go through that with the Lakers with Luka Doncic. So he's had that moment in his career where he's stepped back to the 1B type of role. I think when you first start that, it is the most difficult thing as a sports superstar to be a sports semi-star, to take that step back. So LeBron, he talked about when he talked about with the Heat, he said, I didn't go to high school, but that was my 4 years of college. I think playing with Luka was his year of finishing school, where he learned how not to be the man and still contribute. So he has that going on also. Another reason why it would work out so well. He didn't step on purpose on Luka's toes. He won't step on the toes of Giannis, because let's face it, LeBron's here for a year or two. Giannis damn well better sign that extension and be here for 4 or 5 years. Matter of fact, here's another reason I think why it works. Eric Spoelstra is going to be the coach in Los Angeles at the 2028 Olympics. What a perfect way to end it. Spend 2 years with the Heat, go with Eric Spoelstra to LA for the Olympics, get another gold medal, and just ride off into the sunset. Again, there are so many things, so many boxes we're checking on why it makes sense that I am sure when I come back on your show, whether it's tomorrow or hours later, I'll be, well, what I meant was.
And I do people do teams keep, roster spots, or, is it a thing with LeBron where they're like, hey, if you come here, what else do you want? We'll get you this, we'll get you that. Do teams do that where they kind of angle?
Absolutely. But here's the deal. They know what LeBron wants. I kidded about the chocolate chip cookies and how they were removed on the plane, and Pat Riley wanted healthier players and all that. Pat Riley knows he made mistakes along the way with LeBron. He knew that he pushed, but sometimes he pushed too far. So I don't think LeBron knows now will overdo it. But if one of LeBron's people wants to come, Mike Mancy's his personal trainer, he'll come. If his business manager wants to be there, Randy Mims, they won't fight that anymore. That's the way of the world. Remember, we're a dozen-year removed from when LeBron last played here. The sports world has changed. We don't use the word posse anymore, but everyone has their people. I heard Channing even has his people. Everyone got people. I need some people.
Yeah, Channing's got little housings.
I'm your people, Ira. I got you.
All right, as long as you got me.
Pat Riley said earlier today on the Levitard show, Ira, that what this team really needs is not shooters, which is what everybody keeps saying. They need floor spacers, they need shooters, but that they need another creator, another essentially point guard or somebody who can handle the ball and go create their own shot. A, do you agree with that as the Heat's most important need? And B, was that another opportunity for Pat Riley to explain how well LeBron would fit alongside Giannis and Bam?
Yeah, I mean, he makes sense there. We even thought someone as minimal as Anthony Simons would make plays and that he could handle the ball and distribute. Davion Mitchell's not necessarily a prototype point guard or on that elite level also. Again, it comes down to me. Let's not have LeBron here for the moment. And we look at this roster. 5 seconds left. The other team just scored, tie game, no timeouts. Who's advancing the ball? God bless Bam, but probably not. Giannis settles for jumpers like Dwayne Wade or even Jimmy Butler did, and we weren't happy with that. So the last play of this past season was Davion Mitchell going end to end, having a shot blocked at the rim by Miles Bridges in the season ending, and that still might be the best option. The Heat have filled a lot of holes, and like Pat Riley said, they've got shooters. They've got guys like Simone Fontecchio. They've got guys like Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell, and these guys are going to be open, just like all of Giannis's teammates have been through the years. They do need more creativity. Now, could they win without creativity? Yeah, talent trumps all in the NBA, but there will be those moments when you definitively have to know who is getting the ball, who's running the show. And if it's not like LeBron, there's not probably the second best name on the board right now of that type of player is DeMar DeRozan. God bless DeMar DeRozan. Not sure if he's that guy. Even if they get a shooter like Klay Thompson, he is famously known for never dribbling the ball. He had that one game where he had a gazillion points and he took like 5 dribbles. He's not that guy also. So it's interesting. It's July, so it's early in the game, but it's also July, so it's late in the game.
Can we talk about you personally here for a second? Because I don't want to give away any secrets, but you're traveling tomorrow, right?
No, it's insane. I literally leave U.S. airspace at 6 p.m. I don't know what's going to happen. But like I tell you guys, everything is pre-written. I have LeBron coming back, like I said last week. Why not? It's, if it happens, I have him going back to Cleveland. And I literally happened, and this is every journalist's worst nightmare, when you put X's in, whether for the score or a city. So I said, LeBron James has decided to bypass 2 homecomings and instead of signing with XXX, where he will get a chance to play with player name. So I'm just hoping if I leave, if I'm not there at the moment that it comes through. And this is when Hawk, just like you do, you worry. And you worry if you got Jimmy too angry at one point, and all of a sudden he puts something in there that just gets you in a world of trouble. So do I have any enemies on the sports desk who are going to have a great time when he says, and LeBron gets to play with Al Pacino? And then people, you're a moron. Where are you coming up with this? Or LeBron has signed, and where I have team here, it's Harlem Globetrotters, and it's my reputation. So desk people at the Sun Sentinel, you are the best.
But have you had a conversation with your wife about, hey, we're going to a faraway destination, but there's a good possibility I'm going to have to do some work?
I'm really trying to avoid that because my thought is once it gets done with Pat Riley right now in Europe also, I figure it's very unlikely they'll have their gala moment like they did for Giannis. So as long as I hang out with Pat and Chris Riley, I'm fine,
You can write off the trip now because you can say that you were following you were following Riley now. You can write off the entire trip.
Hawk, don't kid yourself. Hair plugs for everyone. So yes, I'm going to meet him in Turkey, and we're going to go from there, and I'll get it totally covered.
There's Wi-Fi everywhere. I work from Egypt, from Spain. You could jump on some Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I could, but if you see my wife when she's angry, it's even worse than a Hochman wife.
I've not seen her. She's always been so pleasant to me.
Yeah, you know what? Literally, like I will get so much, put that phone down or put that computer away. And the problem is people know who live down here. School starts at a ridiculously crazy time. As Solana, you'll know that when there's little Solanas running around. But the fact that my wife, who works in the Broward school system, has to be back at work like on August 2nd for someone who came from the Northeast. And we always felt school started after Labor Day. You would have the weekend and you go to school, the beaches would close. It is crazy. So when you think about this, Summer League ended on Sunday night. Every year I have this like 2.5 week window where I just got to get out of here. So I got to get out of here. I'm like a Southwest commercial.
Man, you're going to have to buy the internet package on the airplane. And I know that's going to drive you crazy, man.
You know what? On the airplane is fine. It's when I hit the ground and hit the ground running, it's going to be completely different. So either that or just get the wife so drunk she won't know what I'm doing.
Husband's got plans. I love it.
That's the way to go. That's how you have to do it. Follow Ira Winderman on social media. I'm telling you, as much as he tells you he's going to remove himself from the proceedings, follow Ira Winderman on social media because they keep pulling you back in even when you think you're out. It's at Ira Heatbeat on Twitter. Obviously, you should follow the Sun Sentinel on Twitter and download the Sun Sentinel app if you don't have it. Subscribe to the Sun Sentinel, and we can all keep our fingers crossed. We want this to happen, right?
Oh, happen and happen soon. But if not, I'll talk to you next week on the satellite phone. We'll see.
Fair enough. We love you, Ira. Thank you. Safe travels. There you go.
you.
Ira Winderman from the Sun Sentinel. Take a break. Come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana show.
I don't have no reception.
You're in a closet.
In Miami,
you hear anything, you'll hear something. And by the way, if you hear something, you let us know, because maybe I don't know where the announcement or the word will come from, but hopefully I can't imagine it'll take very long for word to get around quickly. I can't imagine like Ira's traveling, but I can't imagine like Shams right now. I mean, just it's why Woj got out of it. He said he couldn't take it. Like he couldn't take not being able to go to the bathroom without staring at his phone, waiting for a text to come in, waiting for information. So I know everyone's on pins and needles, and there is something to be said about LeBron James at his age still being able to do this, but we know the NBA is withholding their schedule just to find out where he's going to end up, because wherever he ends up, the eyeballs follow. And if he ends up for Miami 2.0, we are going to get, I said it at the beginning of the show, but we're going to get to experience something a second time that most sports cities never get to experience a first time. And what a luxury that would be. So we'll keep our eyes open, and we will let you know as soon as we know anything. And like I say, if someone else finds out before we do, let us know, because we want to know just like everyone else. So here are a couple of my World Cup observations. Chris Whittingham is going to join us this hour. I want to talk to Crowder about his time up at Fanatics Fest. I want to cover a lot of things today. But and again, I'm kind of on pins and needles because I just feel like everything is moving in this direction where we find out about LeBron today. But regardless, here are a couple of my World Cup observations. Tom Cruise, a little too smarmy to give the pump-up speech before the match. Did you see his words before the match?
Yeah, that was weird.
It's like, I don't know, Cruise doesn't, and great actor. Is he a great actor?
Yes.
He's a great actor.
Tom Cruise is great. You know I'm critical of actors. Tom Cruise is one of the best.
Like, he's had a performance, though, where you're like, wow, that was acting.
A great action star, maybe.
Good action star.
Yeah. Great action star with the Mission Impossibles and all that. Like, but it's always he's not playing different roles.
Right. Like, can you think of a role that he played where you're like, wow, like he was great in Tropic Thunder, but he was spoofing a studio head. Like, it was clever and creative. But like, is that Born on the 4th of July? I imagine people would say is maybe his best acting chops. But like, I don't think
You know what?
he is an iconic actor.
Yeah.
He's probably on the Mount Rushmore of actors in my time, because in the 80s, like he was from Risky Business on. But is he a great actor?
No, Jerry. I got to look it up. So that can't be great because it's always Mission Impossible,
Right.
or whatever. There's
Jack
another one,
Reacher.
Top Gun, Jack Reacher, all those. Jerry Maguire. He was kind of, he took the little boy under his wing, and
Very good movie.
Yeah, but no, very one-angled.
Yeah.
As somebody who's not an action movie fan, not that I don't like an action movie, but like the Mission Impossible movies, I've never seen them. I don't really have any interest in seeing them. The only movie I can think of where Tom Cruise was great, A Few Good Men.
Oh, he was good in that.
Jerry Maguire. And I like the Top Gun movies, plural.
Top Gun movies are great.
They're great. But I think those are the only 3 Tom Cruise movies I could name that resonate with me.
But like Top Gun, the star of those movies is the Jets, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Yeah, that's why you're watching
Iceman
those
and
movies.
Iceman and Maverick.
Great characters. No, there's great characters, but the star is the Jets.
The storyline.
The storyline.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Tom Cruise did that welcome. I just didn't get it. I
Lame.
didn't.
It was lame.
It didn't do anything for me. There are people who I'm drawing a blank. The older black guy who's Red in Shawshank.
Morgan Freeman.
When he speaks and he commands an audience, like he's that guy that maybe could have delivered that speech. It didn't do anything with Tom Cruise for me.
Yeah, Tom Hanks do it over Tom Cruise.
Tom Hanks, yes, Tom Hanks.
But he's not hype up guy either.
But when he speaks, it's like
It's 305. Dale.
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 when he's Captain Phillips.
Come on.
Sully. Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
305, sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. The halftime show. I believe, critical of it on this show. I said, why are they doing a real halftime show? Why are they elongating halftime? The halftime show delivered.
Mhm.
I was wildly entertained by the halftime show, but I do have a couple of opinions on the halftime show. To me, the Muppets were the highlight. They were a surprise. I think they did Seven Nation Army, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, it was great. That drummer, Animal, he looks like he did back in the 80s. That guy hasn't aged a stitch.
Animals drumming for real?
The only Muppet who aged poorly, I thought, was Madonna.
She, boy.
So Madonna annoys me. Madonna,
She needs to wear more clothes.
she is one of the greatest artists of our time. And I did a podcast with Stugatz today, and I said this, and I mean this. I don't know if this is a hiccup that I have, some misogynistic hiccup, because I watch male stars into their 80s. Mick Jagger's 83 now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect me. I'm like, oh, that's cool that they're still doing it. It's cool that they're still rocking. And with Madonna, I have a different reaction to it. And I don't know if that's on me. Like, I don't know if that's being misogynistic, where I'm like, hey, know your age. But I don't ever say that to Mick Jagger, and I don't say that to the Steve Miller Band, and I don't say it to Bruce Springsteen. So, but there's something about her that annoys me, and I don't know what it is.
She's trying to still be sexy.
That's the part that I think annoys me, but
Yeah.
so is David Lee Roth, although he looks, I mean, like a goof doing it.
Yeah.
And so is Mick Jagger. Like, they're still trying to be the persona that they were. I don't know.
Like you said, it sounds misogynistic, but it's just put on more items. Mick Jagger still takes his shirt off?
Yeah.
Ugh, bad look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about Madonna just annoys me, though.
Yeah. Maybe, she looks very different. I think she had some work done.
It's right. It's like too. Yeah. I don't know.
Overall.
Shakira was phenomenal. To wrap it up, like, that was perfect. Like, that was exactly what you wanted. I mean, that really could have been the halftime show as she comes out, does that. And she was great. BTS, I don't know much about. Justin Bieber. I said that I don't want to repeat what I said on the Stugatz podcast, but Justin Bieber, hey, pick a different time to be artsy, guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a halftime show. Jump up and down like you're on a pogo stick. He's doing an acoustic set. And it's like, hey, you want to do an artsy acoustic set? Do a surprise show somewhere at like, some little club and leak it to TMZ. Don't hijack my World Cup halftime show to do this acoustic emotional set. Like, I get it. You want to be seen as an artist, but not during the World Cup halftime show. Go out there, do whatever. Just jump around. Do House of Pain, jump around. Do anything.
Those creatives, they're 10 years ahead of us dummies.
Yeah, I know. They got to show you how creative and artistic they are. But this wasn't the right spot to do that.
We want bangers.
Yeah,
You want
bangers.
bangers. And he has, no joke, Justin Bieber has club bangers.
Right.
Dozens.
Like, do a club banger, and then I just thought that was out of place. But I actually thought the halftime show delivered. I thought it was good.
So what Shakira did,
Was
if she does that in 2056, it's gonna
right.
be different.
Well, correct.
Maybe not, man. I don't know. Shakira is...
I couldn't believe how she was moving. How old is she?
50, I think.
Is she 50?
Yeah, I think
I
she is.
could not believe
So
how her lower extremities, not extremities, but her
Okay.
lower half,
49. She's
Yeah.
49 years old. She looks 28.
like Madonna had lower half movement too, but it was an uncontrolled tick on
So-
the teeth.
So you just said at 79 you want to watch that same performance.
I would watch Shakira at 175 years old
Hey,
out of the grave.
Have you guys seen Diana Ross lately?
No.
She's got to be 80. Go
Got
look at
something.
Diana Ross. And have you seen Rick Springfield lately? Jesse's girl. You know Jesse's girl?
Yeah, I know that song.
He's 76. Look up right now on Twitter, Solana. Rick Springfield, 76. We're actually going to see him in Park City at the end of August. But you wouldn't believe what you're looking at.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous. That's this month.
He's got a six-pack.
That's this month. He's 76 years old.
Peptides.
Whatever. But like
Peptides.
I don't know, man. Madonna, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Well, it's better than. And Crowder, I know you're delving into this world, but it's better than having I Show Speed perform a song that he clearly A, didn't write, B, doesn't actually sing, and C, is clearly not him actually performing the
Where
song.
was I Show Speed?
He opened up before the tournament. He performed his song, his song for the World Cup. But look, man, I get it. Young kids love the streamers. I get it. All right. And I happen to think he's pretty entertaining and whatever. But what the hell are we doing here? We're allowing a streamer who, again, it's not his song. He was so clearly not singing. It was dubbed in because his microphone was everywhere around his face. And it sounded like somebody that's not I Show Speed.
Right.
And we're just putting him there because young kids appeal to him. I don't understand that. If you want somebody to perform at the halftime show or just perform at the FIFA World Cup, you're in New York. There's a million great artists who are there. And we're just putting a streamer out there because he's a streamer.
You want to talk about streamers? This is a funny story. At the WWE thing, we walk in, and it's a little white dude, and he's already talked to me in the guts of the Fanatics Fest. He came up, was like, "Hey, big fan," and I blew him off. I dapped him up. I'm thinking he's a fan. I'm like, "Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Have a good one." He's sitting 2 seats down from me. Says it again. "Oh, I'm sitting by you, Crowder." Yeah, man, great seats. I'm just thinking he has a rich dad.
I was gonna say you probably said to him "Oh, Dad got you good seats, huh?"
That's what I said, man. Appreciate it, bro. Good to see you again. I go sit down. Then the cameras go straight on him. 3 cameras run up. And I turn to Ryan. I'm like, "Who is this little white dude?" "It's Neon." I said, "What's a Neon? What does he do?"
Neon's white.
Neon's white. He's about 4'6". Not Neo, Neon.
No. I know Neon.
But he's not white. Isn't he? I believe he has Indian heritage, I believe.
I don't know where his heritage is. He looks
Doesn't
like
he
a
spell Neon
4'2"
like
white
a
guy.
3 or something.
Yeah, it's N3ON.
Yeah, he's a tiny little fella, and I blew him off twice, and then the cameras come on him, and I had to ask, "Who is this dude?" Them streamers are crazy famous.
Pakistani and Indian parents.
That's funny. Hey, all right, buddy.
All right, big man, keep your grades up.
He made $1 million off that stream.
I blew him off twice. "Hey, man, love your stuff. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one, brother. Nice
How
to meet
did
you."
you end up front row, ringside at WWE? I got to know how this happened.
I don't know. No, we when we did Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
We interviewed him a while ago. He always told us, "Hey, man, if y'all come to any fights, I got you. And it fell into place. And then we saw him Friday at FanFest, and we're like, "Man, we're coming out Saturday night." He said, "Okay," and pointed to his lady. He said, "Watch out for him," and walked away. And next thing we know, we got ringside tickets.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Cody got some
Where,
pull.
where was that at? Was that at Madison Square Garden?
Yes,
Yep,
it was.
Madison Square Garden.
Saturday night's main event.
So what is going on with Tom Brady and Logan Paul? This is goofy. I mean, like I'm talking about Madonna
It's-
annoying me. And by the way, somebody said you said you liked the halftime show and then listed 14 things that you hated. That's how my mind works. I had a great time watching the halftime show, but there were little things that jumped out at me. I mean, I don't want to get too into the weeds here, but it was like Madonna was driving on the car. Is that because she has trouble getting around? I'm not kidding you. How old is she?
She
How
can't
old
sprint.
is Madonna?
She can't sprint. I don't know. I don't know her mobility.
That she was on a lark.
I don't know how mobile she is, but she's not running if they start shooting.
I've seen people with hip replacements before need to take a motorized vehicle around.
Shakira told her hips do lie.
But so Tom Brady is annoying me because I actually like him. Now that he'd been gone from the Patriots, I rooted for him in Tampa. I thought it was fun to watch. I don't understand why he did that Netflix roast.
Yeah.
And I do not for the life of me understand. This is the goofiest put on I have ever seen. Like, this is the goofiest put on, but like Logan Paul knows how to do it. Like, he looks angry and whatever, and Tom Brady's doing, little flip offs or whatever.
Yeah.
This is so goofy to me. I'm annoyed by it.
It was so when I saw the slap, I was like, that wasn't a slap.
Yeah,
you pushed the side of his head.
Yeah.
My thought, and I have no idea. This is all just me watching it go on, and then the bird flipping thing. There has to be something coming up that they're trying to promote that's going to be released soon.
It's WrestleMania. It's going to culminate with them being at WrestleMania. There's no question about it. But this is a really hackneyed lead up to it.
Lame.
It's lame.
It could be SummerSlam.
Or SummerSlam, like
yeah,
one of these big WWE events.
It's
Like,
coming up.
and I like it when there's crossover beef and whatever. I was reading some article about, how this has worked in the past. You know what? It was from Jimmy Shapiro had sent us some odds, Tom Brady odds. But what he wrote on it, this is from Bet Online. What he wrote was, I'm all for athlete celebrity wrestling matches, but the Tom Brady Logan Paul definitely feels more forced and artificial than any I can remember. We've seen some truly amazing crossover moments in the past. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was tremendous. Mr. T at the first two WrestleManias was iconic. Johnny Knoxville's match against Sami Zayn, I don't know who that is, was hilarious. And Mike Tyson injected himself into the Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels feud. Even Snooki and Maria Menounos exceeded expectations in the ring. Then he goes on to say Logan Paul, He says, honestly, I give Brady credit for staying adventurous in retirement between getting roasted on Netflix and launching his high-end memorabilia business. Now testing the waters of professional wrestling. He's keeping busy. Who knows? Maybe he was a big wrestling fan as a kid, but it's just lame. Like it is so forced.
And you say it looks forced. So, and I love Madison Square Garden. Jalen Brunson's on top of the world. They scream MVP and Jalen Brunson for entire breaks because he was there. When Jalen Brunson tried to protect Roman Reigns, it was the worst acting job I've ever seen in my life. You can tell he's holding back a laugh.
But that to me is cute because Jalen Brunson, he's not doing this for a year in advance or whatever. Like, they're just capitalizing on the fact that it's the Knicks, Madison Square Garden, so they're bringing everybody out, and obviously, like, it's kind of a goof.
Yeah.
This one, you're seeing the building blocks into what is supposed to become like, oh my God, it's going to go down this weekend with Logan Paul and Tom Brady. And I'm just, I'm not interested. And then it's going to roll around that weekend. I'm going to be the most interested guy. So.
Nah, you won't. Not with this. Adventurous is one way to put it. At this point, it's pathetic to me what Tom Brady's doing because pick a lane, man. Michael Jordan picked his lane when he retired. Fine, he wanted to do a little bit of owning an NBA team, but he stayed out of the spotlight. He didn't want to be in front of the cameras. He picked that lane. Great. Isn't the point of being Tom Brady that you don't have to do WWE?
Well,
you don't need
but
to.
He does like being in front of the cameras. He's a broadcaster.
Yeah,
right. Then don't be the owner. Like, just pick a lane. That's all I'm asking. You want to be the broadcaster?
He's doing everything.
He's trying to do everything.
Solana, you went to college, right? Who are the
Yeah.
wildest women in college? The ones that weren't allowed to do anything in high school.
That's a good point.
He was under thumb. He was Bill Belichick. He was don't say anything, don't do anything. Sit here, Michigan. He wasn't out there.
Self-imposed too. Self-imposed. Like, I've got to be the most rigid with my eating, with my training, with my thought process. So he was under lock and key for 30 years, essentially, right?
He needed a strawberry till he was 45. Think about eating a strawberry at 45.
I'm at 56 with no strawberries.
But Crowder, those girls that you're describing, they're attention craved, right? They need to feel wanted. They didn't feel it for 4 years in high school. They get to college and they can be these free spirits. Tom Brady, he's beloved. Like, everybody loves Tom Brady.
You know what? It's a great testament for when you think someone's got everything and they're searching for something else. And that's so true in all walks of life. You know, the prom queen at your high school never felt pretty. And as she there's all this underlying stuff you don't know. Obviously, he's enjoying it. He's got no airs about it. It doesn't seem like he's concerned about any kind of reaction to it. It just strikes me as lame. Not because it's him, just because of the way that it's getting pulled off. Feels so lame and forced to me.
And he doesn't need money, he doesn't need fame, but he's looking for something. Hawk said, like, he's looking for something, obviously, Solana.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants people to know him. I think he wants people to know him outside of quarterback Tom Brady, MVP of the Super Bowl. He wants to be a person now.
We know him. He
wants to be a person.
$1 million card venture. He's a broadcaster on Fox for every NFL primetime game. Like, we know you, Tom Brady. You were on the roast. We know you.
But he's he just might be one of these guys that's like, hey, I'm young. I've got energy. I've got nothing tying me down. Anything that appeals to me and makes me millions, I'm going to keep on doing it.
And tied down, Hawk, newly divorced.
Yep.
Just running, just doing whatever he wants to do. I wake up every day and do exactly what I want to do, no matter what anybody thinks.
Hey, what's one fan base that doesn't know me? The WWE fan base. Okay, here I go.
Midlife crisis.
Yep.
Could you imagine Michael Jordan getting on stage and slapping Logan Paul?
If he did, it would be because he was angry at Logan Paul.
It would be because it was real.
Yep.
He wouldn't get into a bit for $75,000 from WWE.
Yeah, I don't think it's $75,000 that Tom Brady.
Let me just. I talked about this. Let's play this out. Listen, and I'm no screenwriter. Tom Brady's not getting slammed on a mat. Gronkowski will.
Right.
Tom comes out, talks trash. His former teammate, who's crazy, comes to have his back, and now him and Logan Paul fight. That's why I made that up, but it sounds perfect.
I agree with you. He's not going to get embarrassed. He got embarrassed on the Netflix roast, and I don't think he's going to allow that to happen again.
Yeah.
Although I think it's kind of happening with how cringe this thing is.
Yeah.
Funny enough, today is Gisele Bündchen's birthday. She turns 46. It's Tom Brady's ex-wife. It would be funny if Logan Paul came out as a Taekwondo instructor. That would be funny.
That would be funny.
And Solana, you said 75,000. I would say add 2 more zeros to that.
Exactly. All right, let's do headlines real quick because Chris Whittingham is going to join us. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito when we want a low price. You save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai.
There was a Shams bomb, but it was a very tiny bomb.
Is the Lou Dort?
No, Matisse Thybulle agreed to a 1-year deal.
I did see that.
To join the Los Angeles Lakers. From the Heat perspective, he potentially could have been a player. He's only getting, I believe, the deal, 1-year deal, like a minimum, 2-point-something million. That could have been an option for the Miami Heat, but it appears they're hunting bigger fish.
All right.
Nothing on LeBron. That's your update in terms of LeBron James. Nothing other than the odds over the weekend all shifted. Miami, after being third on Kalshi from Saturday night to Sunday morning, were first out of nowhere. It took 6 hours.
It skyrocketed.
Yeah. And Hard Rock had taken down the odds earlier. They're up now. When I checked right before the commercial break,
And
Miami was plus 130, I believe.
wow, because the last I saw when it was live on Hard Rock was minus 110.
Oh,
That's an interesting. Maybe everyone's starting to realize that all this stuff that was percolating was based on nothing, and nobody still knows anything.
Nobody knows.
I'm surprised there's no LeBron tab on the Hard Rock bet.
Yeah, you
app.
got to go to NBA
Right.
and then yeah.
Speaking of the Hard Rock bet app, I handicapped that game yesterday so perfectly. I'm at Monty's yesterday. Shout out to the listeners who came out. Keith was there, my good friend Keith, and I told him what I was going to do. At halftime, I bet this game's going to end 0-0 in 90 minutes. Spain's going to win this game in extra time with a goal.
So did you make some money on it?
So I parlayed a 0-0 regulation finish with Spain winning in extra time.
Nice.
Boom.
That's a nice hit.
I hit that.
Yeah.
Our friend Brian Bishop, he texted me, Eyes Wide Shut or Vanilla Sky? Is Tom Cruise a great? Is he a great actor in that?
Oh, but Eyes Wide Shut was just weird. It was a great storyline.
Well, it was fine. It was erotic, and but was it a great acting performance?
He just walked around with a mask on.
I see Whittingham jumped in. He did CNN a couple hours ago, and Appel told me he wore a sport coat. Is he wearing the sport coat for our appearance in the next segment? He is not?
He's not wearing a sport coat.
All right, so we know where we stand. Yeah. We're a rung below CNN.
College shirt type of show.
Your weather in South Florida, the Marlins who play tonight, by the way, they're in H-Town. We'll play the Astros. You can listen to the game here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Your weather in South Florida right now, 91 degrees. It's cloudy, but it is hot and humid. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate.
All right,
almost passed out today.
What's that?
I almost passed out talking about the weather. It was 99 degrees. I'm out there throwing batting practice. I got dizzy.
Man, you don't realize how old you are.
Man.
To hydrate, you got to take a hydration. I got to implement hydration breaks for Crowder.
Hydration break. I need
Everything was fine. I have to tell you, I didn't mind the hydration breaks during any of the tournament as much as I railed on it during the show. I didn't mind the hydration breaks, and I liked the halftime show. So,
well, we got used to the hydration breaks. They were annoying at the beginning of the game, Hawk. And there was evidence.
There were games that had a flow going to them, and the hydration breaks
for sure
killed the flow.
For sure.
But overall, I didn't mind the hydration breaks. I didn't mind the halftime show. Like, I thought it was a great tournament.
Yeah, get your flow back. Be a great team.
Anyway, Chris Whittingham is going to join us, talk a little footy in the next segment.
If your garage door is outdated, damaged, or not hurricane ready, you don't have to wait. You got to call Allied Doors today. It's when it gets hot like this, you know it's hurricane season. You have to have your garage doors ready to protect and upgrade your home. Allied Doors have been serving South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. Don't have the beautiful house with the well-kept yard and the garbage garage doors. Don't be that person in your neighborhood. And if you're not that person, you know the neighbor I'm talking about. Call Allied Doors. Huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, and custom impact-rated doors that are built to protect and upgrade your home fast. And the LiftMaster openers, they got the side openers. They are quiet and they are efficient. They're way different than when I was a kid now. You got to check out these LiftMaster openers. Personal home, we use Allied Doors. Investment properties, my wife has. Allied Doors is our go-to. Call them today, 954-942-8550. That's 954-942-8550, or visit allied-doors.com. Mention this ad and you get $300 off. $300 off. Protect and upgrade your home at the same time. You can't beat Allied Doors. Don't wait. Call Allied Doors today.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the hottest chick in the game right now, man.
I mean, it's a little throwback to the original decision. And the latest news, by the way, Barry Jackson, we'll bring on Whittingham here in a second. Barry Jackson tweeted out, ESPN's Shams says just now that he spoke to Rich Paul this morning, and there's no decision by LeBron and no timetable on a decision. Shams said his understanding is focus remains on Heat, Cleveland, and Philadelphia.
Mhm.
So,
I like it.
Very interesting. Whittingham in 1 second here. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito, dance the day away with a little salsita. And when you want a low price, you know you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai. Take advantage of your Pricito now on all your favorite new Hyundai models like a Tucson, Elantra, Santa Fe, Palisade, and more. And every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Get the best value for your money with easy financing and fast service. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai. You can visit them at DoralHyundai.com. Chris Whittingham, Sans Sport Coat, is joining us. Chris Whittingham, of course, a soccer broadcaster for CBS and Apple TV. He did a fantastic job analyzing the World Cup on CBS Golazo throughout the tournament. He is going to continue working, by the way, unlike Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who announced his broadcast retirement.
He hung it up.
Whitty continues on. He will be on the call for Apple TV Wednesday night, Philadelphia Union and New York Red Bulls. Saturday, he's got Minnesota United and the Vancouver Whitecaps. By the way, Inter Miami is back in action as well. Inter Miami hosts Chicago at New Stadium on Wednesday night, and you can watch that game on Apple TV. And Chris Whittingham is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Hello, Whitty.
Hello. I am reminded of when I also was on LeBron Watch in 2014. I hosted the morning show the day on the old 790 The Ticket, the day that LeBron made his decision to rejoin Cleveland. I spent the entire morning on the air with my TweetDeck column open, and I had set Google Chrome to auto-refresh LeBronJames.com every minute, just in case he announced on LeBronJames.com. He did not. I took 1 hour's break of LeBron Watch. I went to Taco Bell at 10:30 in the morning. I'm not kidding. This is a gospel true story. I went to Taco Bell at 10:30 in the morning, and while online, my mom called me and said, "Hey, did you see that LeBron is going to the Cavs?" I was like, "What? What? What do you mean?" I took 1 hour all from refreshing Twitter. It must have been 2 weeks we were refreshing Twitter back then. I took 1 hour off. I was in the Taco Bell drive-thru, and I missed out. So, yeah, I do not envy your position. Yes, she did. Yeah, she's like, "You'd see this?" I'm like, "No, what happened? Tell me."
Remember when he left the Heat? I was in Vegas with Unfunny Lewis. Remember we were going to do the show in Vegas? I was having breakfast with Unfunny Lewis, and it came up, and it was like, well, wait a second, because I had done all this BS about, hey, whatever he decides, we're going to be very grateful for the 4 years that he gave us, because I didn't think he was going anywhere. And then all of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, where's this bastard going? What?
We have just descended into irrelevance. How did that happen? That happened so fast.
I was still recovering from the night before, though. So
Yeah,
I found out.
And then remember the mad scramble.
I told you when you got down there.
The mad scramble to get Chris Bosh on a long-term deal that was probably a little bit too expensive. And wow, what a time that was! What a time that was!
Through some roller coaster signings and departures. I do remember Crowder showing up for work on the afternoons. I don't remember if you were part of our show then, Solana, when D Wade came back.
I was still working with Big O.
I remember when Crowder showed up. This is like 2 minutes before our show started. And I tell Crowder, I go, "Can you believe?" And he had no idea. and I'm like, D Wade is back. He got traded from Cleveland to Miami. And he's like, no. Because that was never even, that had never been mentioned by anyone at any time, anywhere. And it was like 2 minutes before we went on the air. And he's like,
well, and it also supposes that the relationship is better than you thought, which I think is sort of what is fascinating about this LeBron thing is they seem to have broken up so acrimoniously, Miami and LeBron, and yet somehow 12 years later, it appears to all at the very least be rectified enough that it's a possible destination for him to come back to.
Well, the more acrimonious breakup was Cleveland, though, and he went back there a lot quicker than 12 years later.
Yeah, I like to shoot from the hip. I don't really want to refresh anything. I just need
You
to
know who won the World Cup yesterday?
What's that again?
All right,
What
let's
sport
talk,
is that?
before we run out of time here, did the World Cup deliver and the tournament soccer-wise, and did North America, and specifically the U.S., deliver as the host nations?
I would say without question. I think the World Cup has electrified the United States, Mexico, and Canada as well. But really, the United States we're most worried about because Mexico is a proper soccer nation. And I think the United States was absolutely gripped by this thing from start to finish in terms of their entrances into communities, the fans going all over the country and meeting places that they otherwise would never. Every stadium was full. The television ratings were through the roof. So I don't know how it could have possibly delivered even more. On the field, I thought it delivered for 103 games, and then the 104th one was kind of stinky, which is kind of, it sucks because there were a number of people that would have turned the TV on for the first time, maybe since the USA lost to Belgium a few weeks ago. Oh, the World Cup, let's see how this ends. And then you were treated to a game that was pretty awful. Just in terms of one team dominated the other. Spain was demonstrably better than Argentina. They just needed to find a goal, and it probably took them too long to find a goal because by then it was in extra time, and then we have 29 minutes to figure out how Argentina are going to come back into the game. They didn't really, but I thought from an on-field standpoint, even the goals per game is way up. That's on a per-game basis, not even weighted to the fact that there were more games. It was awesome. It was a great tournament, and the United States did a much better job hosting it than I thought that they were going to.
Can you give me the third place game more? I really enjoyed that one, that France game.
But here's the thing, Crowder.
10 score games.
Here's the thing, Crowder. When you watch the NBA, when you watch the NBA Finals, sometimes the NBA Finals is 95-85, even in this modern era. There were some games in the NBA Finals this year that were tight. They were difficult. Teams found it hard to score. You turn on the NBA All-Star game, no one's having a hard time scoring everyone's trying alley-oops and threes from 40 feet, and the game ends 210 to 175, and it bears no resemblance to the sport that actually happens in a competitive level. That's what the third place game was. The third place game, it was an all-star. Yes.
It was that different.
It was literally France didn't try in the first half. They decided to try, and they scored 3 goals in 20 minutes. And then England kind of stopped trying, and then they thought, oh, no, we can't have this happen 2 times in 4 days. We need to figure out how we're going to get back into this game, and they scored a 5th and a 6th goal. But that was not 2 teams trying at their competitive best. Those 2 teams played out a game that did not resemble the other 103 games of the tournament that were hard fought. No, it was great. It was great. And to be fair, the guys that delivered the goals in the game were the incredibly high-level players that score goals like that all the time. And it was great to see them deliver like that on a major stage. But do not mistake the level of competitiveness that we saw in that game for the competitiveness of high-level World Cup or European soccer, because it was an all-star game. It was 2 teams that were deciding when they were going to try, and when they tried, they looked great.
What do you think of the red card to Enzo Fernandez yesterday? And were you happy that Argentina at no point benefited from some assistance by the referee, despite the fact that it felt like everybody was okay with them taking away Spain's first goal, even though it was a little soft, but whatever.
There were some people who were mad about that, but yeah, I take your point. I wasn't that mad about that one. Yeah, your point is that with the amount of crying conspiracy that there has been, and I have been blown away by how mainstream the World Cup is rigged for Argentina became by the end of the tournament. That it just was sort of a fait accompli, that somehow they were going to get a decision in their favor. They're going to get a red card or a penalty kick in their favor. And that most smart people that I know were going, this thing is rigged for Argentina. Like that, it's impossible. It's impossible to rig something like this without anybody finding out. It's impossible for also, in my view, it not to be rigged for other great players, right? Like if you're FIFA and let's say you are seriously entertaining the idea of rigging a tournament for Lionel Messi, wouldn't you also rig it for Cristiano Ronaldo? Like why isn't Portugal ever in one of these finals? Why don't they ever get calls? It doesn't make any sense. Well, you've specifically decided that Messi is our guy. So I was blown away by the end of how mainstream that idea became.
So that happens in all sports though, right? Mahomes is the beneficiary of calls that other quarterbacks aren't going to get, that other teams aren't going to get, just because of who he is. And then people go, oh, the ref is the 12th guy on the team for Kansas City. Like, that happens when you're a superstar, right? You're going to get the benefit of calls, and the team that you're playing for is going to get the benefit of calls.
But with Argentina, Woody, I don't know if you feel the same way. In 2022, people, you call it mainstream, were genuinely suggesting that FIFA rigged the World Cup so that Messi could win one. And I don't know, I just didn't want the final
Agreed.
to come down to a situation where everybody was talking about how Argentina won because of the officiating. And overall, like, I wasn't in love with how the referees handled the game. I thought it was fine. Like, it's a World Cup final. It's going to be messy.
Is it difficult to win a match when you don't take a shot?
Yes, I would suggest. Although incredibly, there actually was an MLS game last season where that happened. Where
Really?
Sporting Kansas City beat LA Galaxy despite not taking a shot in the game. The game finished 1-0, and the one goal was an own goal. And so LA Galaxy won this game away from home 1-0. It was incredible. I remember watching the game at the time, and I forget. I think Kansas City might have had like 31 or 32 shots in the game. They didn't score. LA Galaxy won, having 0 shots. So yes, it is possible, but not advised, I would suggest.
And we were talking about it earlier, and I can say Messi and Mbappe, all the big names were Harry Kane. You always hear about the big names. Did Spain walk through this World Cup like a high school bully in an elementary school slapping people? Because you started seeing some of the numbers, and I was like, goodness gracious, Spain's amazing.
Yeah, and Crowder, the amazing thing is that they have a big name. His name is Lamine Yamal. He was the big story for several days for the World Cup because of that famous photo that he took as a baby with Lionel Messi. And yet, he wasn't even that good. And their other best star, who was key in them winning the Euros 2 years ago, was Nico Williams, who had the assist for the winning goal, but he could have been much better because he wasn't healthy. And so they have their 2 best wingers, who are definitely their individual star players. And they didn't even really give you that much, and they still dominated the rest of the field. They could have dominated the rest of the field by even more, by scoring more goals. They were playing in narrow margin games even as the better team. They won this final in extra time when they were demonstrably the better team. If they had better attacking talent, if they had those 2 guys healthy, and even, God forbid, a center forward who had legitimate threat up front, Oyarzabal up front is a good player, but he's not like some world beater. He's a decent player. I think the United States might have a better striker than Spain, as crazy as that is to say. They didn't have in this tournament dynamic attacking players. What they had was by far the best midfield, who controlled every game in possession, and they had an understanding as a collective of how they were going to defend on the rare occasions that they didn't have the ball. They go rushing onto you, and they just deny any and all passing lanes. And that's what you saw over and over again from Argentina. They would try and get on the ball. They would try and find passes. They would try and get their head up and see where Messi is, and the route towards him wasn't available. It just wasn't. They closed down all available avenues over and over again. I kept saying as I was watching the game, are Spain playing with 13 players? It doesn't make sense in how many positions that they have constricted the field to the point where you can't even find an available pass.
Chris Whittingham, we're up against a break. We got to go. Will you text us if you see anything on TweetDeck about LeBron? So that,
will do. I'll have my Lee Jenkins page set to auto refresh.
Have your mom keep an eye on Google.
She's on Threads. She's on Threads. We're researching all the answers.
Well, Threads isn't going to find out till next week. So, Chris Whittingham will be on the call Wednesday. By the way, no chance that Messi plays for Inter Miami on Wednesday, right?
No. He'll I don't know for how long, but he'll rest for some amount of time.
You think a month, Whitty? Does that sound
at least a few weeks? I would suggest at least a few
weeks. Didn't he rest for 120 minutes yesterday? How much more rest does this guy need? Chris Whittingham will be on the call. Apple TV Wednesday night, Philadelphia Union and New York Red Bulls. Saturday, he's got Minnesota United and Vancouver Whitecaps. And again, Inter Miami is back in action. Wednesday, they host Chicago at New Stadium here in Miami. You can watch that game on Apple TV as well. Thank you, Whitty.
Thanks, guys.
All right. 4 o'clock hour is coming up. We'll continue to watch what's going on with LeBron. I'll read you the latest tweet from Barry Jackson. Maybe sheds a little more light or perhaps even confuses the waters even more. So we'll have that coming up at 4 o'clock.
How does $30 million in guaranteed prizes sound? That's right, $30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circa sports contests. Entries They're starting at $1,000, all with no rake. You start with the Circa Million. 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 different ways to win. Circa Survivor. You pick one winner each week, last one standing wins. And then the Circa Grandissimo. Win with a $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada. You play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for all the details.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana show.
Who was that
Let's stop
that
there.
batted in those 2 runs, Jimmy?
No idea.
All right. Who's up after Sonoha?
No clue.
All right. It's our baseball guy.
Traffic on WQAM is sponsored by Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Your home for the best price on luxury.
All right. Starting the 4 o'clock hour a little bit late, but I could have talked soccer with Whitty for another hour, to be quite honest. I'm going to miss the World Cup. I really am. I already miss it. In fact, last night we had to watch the new season of The Bear, me and Lori. There wasn't much going on.
Yeah.
So we're on the we have one episode left. We just have the series finale left. Man, that thing fell off, that show. Second season of The Bear was one of the greatest seasons of television I've ever seen in my life. And it is whimpering to a finish as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Some of those shows we talk about movies do that. They have they got a strong hour and 15, and then they got to figure out them last 30.
Begonia.
Figure out them last 30.
Let me give you the stock market report that's sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Down day to start the week on Wall Street. Dow Jones down 307 points, S&P 500 down 14 points, and the NASDAQ down 12 points. Here's the tweet. Yeah,
I was just saying quickly, you asked me about FanFest, and when you said you wanted to talk about it, I had it was about a 20-minute window. You know, I don't get starstruck at all, but just the wildness of these names that I ran into in this 20-minute window were just some different walks of life, every different place, and it was just back to back to back to back to back. They have a Starbucks lounge, like a celebrity Starbucks lounge. And so I don't think about it. I'm like, I don't drink coffee. I don't need a Starbucks lounge. But they were like, no, come over there. They got sandwiches and all. Walk in, we see Marshawn Lynch. I know money. So I walk up. I'm talking to Marshawn Lynch. Then they're like, hey, we got to get ready to go. Walk out. Wemby's walking past.
Wow, that had to be something.
He is gigantic. He had a team around him, but the hallway is so small. I just put my fist up to him and he fist bumped me. I got a fist bump from Wemby. I was like, this is pretty cool. I just fist bumped Wemby. 10 seconds later, no lie, Justin Bieber walks past. Justin Bieber stops and talks to Wemby. So I'm watching Wemby talk to Justin Bieber. Then Trae Young comes from the other direction with his entourage and walks in the Starbucks lounge. So I see Trae. Then Jordan Woods and Karl Anthony Towns walk in through another way, and they walk in the lounge. And I go in the lounge and, meet people. I said, what's up to everybody? Other than Cat, because I don't like him. I go and sit at the table. I'm not even paying attention now. I'm just trying to get one of these little sandwiches in me because I know I have a long day. Sit down, look to my left. Grant Hill sitting right next to me. And I was like, what's up? He was like, what's up? He was like, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, I seen you online, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. It was a 20-minute window of probably the most famous people in the world that I ran into randomly at this Starbucks lounge.
So Wemby would have been the most exciting view for me there. Like that's someone I would like to see in, like a confined close quarter just to see just how enormous he is.
He was probably 150 yards, a football field and a half away from you, and you can still see him just a foot over top of every other human in this hallway. He's huge.
Justin Bieber came to the Power 96 studios while we were working at QAM at the old building. You remember when he came one day?
No.
Yeah, he came to the QAM studios.
Biebs.
Wow. Beast Mode, I have a take on him that's not popular.
Don't you talk about my friend. That's my real friend. I'm not friends with these other people. Money's my real friend.
Everybody's so enamored with him when he does stuff on TV, but it's a one-trick pony. He's Will Ferrell. He's gonna curse, and he's gonna pretend like he doesn't understand what's going on. That's his whole shtick. People, they can't get enough of him. I know this is an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
People cannot get enough of Marshawn Lynch because they put him wherever at the gas station that's been in the little town forever, and he's like, so what goes on here? Well, it's a gas station. And then he drops the F word, and that, like, it's I just for the life of me, cannot understand the appeal.
Don't forget the Skittles, Hawk. He
And
loves Skittles.
right, and like I for the life of me, I cannot understand why his act is so appealing. And I'm the same way with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Cannot understand why the act is so appealing. In fact, Whitty and Appel had texted me over the weekend, like, if I want to hate watch something, put on Will Ferrell's new show on Netflix, which is this, what he was promoting at the Home Run Derby or whatever. Whitty was like, this show would be on the television screens in hell if that's where Hawk was. Like, it just, I said, let me guess. I don't know anything about the show. Let me guess. He's an absurd character.
Yeah.
And he has absurd takes about things. And, he's not exactly acting his age. Let me guess. And that's beast mode as well. It's so similar to me.
Are you talking about me in the media? Because that's pretty much my shtick too.
Well, you
Acting.
actually don't know anything. Like,
No,
yours isn't an act.
I don't know. And it's weird. I don't know how he gets in these rooms, but he never changes. And I think people like that genuinity about him. And I think that's the whole thing.
Yes, not a word. Genuinity. I see
Genuinity.
the Solana's face.
That's not a
You
word.
also said earlier retired, which I let go, but
I said that, or
genuinity,
Crowder said that?
you said that.
I said retired?
Retired.
When?
Retired.
During the witty segment. I was willing to let that
Oh,
go.
I don't think
You
I did.
You
No, I don't think so.
Solana, when you have your electricity in your house change, you retwire it.
You got to retwire everything. 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Move the fan, retwire.
But I understand that Marshawn Lynch is genuine. What I don't understand is, so now they have him in another package for an NFL Sunday, and you're so amused that he cursed and doesn't know. Like we got it. I get who he is. He's gonna curse.
Yep.
He's gonna act like he's a fish out of water. I mean, it's literally the same character all the time. He's always a fish out of water, no matter how much money he has, how many places he's been to, how many cities he's traveled to. He's always a fish out of water. I got you. I got you.
That's the stick.
You're always the fish out of water.
And I will tell you, out of these names I said, Marshawn Lynch's entourage looks a lot different.
He's genuine.
I could have got to Wimby and B, bro. You're not getting to Marshawn if you don't want to.
But at a certain point, like, don't you? If you genuinely don't want to be on camera, because that's the whole shtick, right? I don't want to do this interview.
It's the Larry David thing,
right?
Larry David, he tells you up and down, I hate the celebrity thing, but there is not an event that Larry David does not show up at. There is not a late night show that he doesn't show up at. He's everywhere. He complains constantly about celebrity. He went to Obama's birthday party. He went to that Stugatz and it's that golf tournament they do a live broadcast from every year.
The Masters. Yeah.
No, not the Masters. It was last week.
Stugatz throws the Masters.
I'm waiting, by the way. Apparently people are getting notified like that either your email was selected or not selected for the Masters lottery.
I forgot to do the
lottery.
You
didn't enter?
Can I still enter?
I don't know. I think people are getting their results emails. I keep checking it today because I saw someone tweet about it. A tradition as old as time, my rejection letter.
Is it like +1 on there?
Yeah.
So you got two.
Hawk said he's taking me and Jimmy.
You can do up to 4. So you can do up to 4 for the practice rounds, and then it's 2 for, I think, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. By the way, there is no bigger golf expert on this show than me. I won the Larry Glick British Open pool this weekend.
You had Ryan Day?
No, but no one did.
Right.
No one did. I had, who did I have?
You had Ryan Knight?
I had,
oh my goodness gracious.
I had Oberg. I know he was in the money.
Yeah.
Let me see who else.
Was this the one with DeChambeau kicked his ball in the grass?
Yeah.
It says, let's see. No one had Ryan Fox, not Ryan Day.
Keep it up, Solana.
Mark Hochman was the only person to have 3 of his players come in the top 10. I had Cam Young, Tommy Fleetwood, and Oberg.
Oh, you weren't joking. His name is Ryan Fox. I thought it was Ryan Day.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Day
is the head coach of Ohio State.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, I won the pool.
Congrats.
Here's the tweet from Barry Jackson. He said, and I read this earlier, Sham says just now that he spoke to Rich Paul this morning. This was about an hour ago. And there's no decision by LeBron and no timetable on a decision. Sham said his understanding is the focus remains on the Heat, Cleveland, and Philadelphia. Now, Barry Jackson has followed that tweet up with this. ESPN's Dave McMenamin said Rich Paul told him Friday that there are no perfect options for LeBron. Kendrick Perkins said he heard Miami is at the top of the list. Mark Spears told him an NBA coach said it's Cleveland or Philly or Golden State. And so Barry Jackson says that settles everything.
I think nobody knows.
Jimmy, what's your take on all this?
I don't know.
No, it's I'll believe it when I see it. You have texted that to us 50,000 times.
I'll believe it when I see
it. That's your strong take on this whole thing.
I'll believe when I see
How
it.
did you not know your own take?
I don't know.
He ran out of takes.
I did.
He only has one.
I'll believe when I see it.
He's beast mode for take.
He got a
I'll
six
believe it when I
shooter.
see it. And I ask him, what was your take? I don't know.
He ran out of bullets.
I did.
Guys clipping them off all weekend long. All of a sudden, it's game time. Nothing.
Wait, it's not. Nothing's coming out.
That's what she said.
Hey.
All right. Let's get headlines here. I want to talk more about Fanatics Fest, though. And I there's a couple other things I want to get to. Real quick look at the headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito. When we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai.
Something else that bothers me about Jimmy today doesn't even show up with his Spain jersey. This guy's been the biggest phony Spain fan all tournament long.
I'm not phony.
He absolutely just torched me via text when Spain eliminates Uruguay. I genuinely, I almost filed a complaint to HR to get him fired. It was borderline bullying. And on top of that, he's texting us throughout the entire game yesterday, Viva España, La Roja Furia, like all this nonsense that his mom wrote for him. And finally gets his chance to gloat today, to walk around here, show everybody he picked the winner from the very beginning, which you did, by the way. And you show up in an Under Armour dry fit.
Watch me show up tomorrow in a Spain jersey.
Yeah, he forgot his take. He forgot that he was a Spain fan.
Is the LeBron thing a money thing? Is he not willing to take a minimum or to take 5 million, 6 million, 7 million? And he's like, yeah, I'll wait this out until one of you clears up enough cap to sign me for 20.
I mean, it's possible. It's certainly possible. It's nice to say, hey, I'll come there for the minimum. It's also another thing to play for the minimum. Yeah.
But what if it's 7? Like, what is he trying to get to? 30?
Right. Like that. No one's got that room. I mean, you'd have to move pieces. I mean, you could make that room.
Yeah.
Anyone can make that room.
Yeah.
And anyone would, by the way, for LeBron.
I really don't think it's money. I think it's, you know what? I think it's him loving everybody in the world staring at him again.
Who doesn't like that? We talked about it with Tom Brady.
Yep.
Why on earth would Tom Brady need this hoo-ha with Logan Paul unless you love being the center of attention?
Yes. And I do believe Rich Paul and them know. I just think it's 2 or 3 people. Savannah knows.
How could
His
they
wife
not
knows.
know yet?
Yeah.
Of course they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know.
Niko Jovic makes $16.2 million this year, part of that 4-year, $62.5 million contract. You move that with a second-round
How are you
pick
gonna
somewhere.
move that contract, though?
With a second-round pick. I'm not suggesting that he do this, by the way. I'm just seeing how it could play out. Where you move that, you've got the $6 million that's still available to the Miami Heat. You add it to 16. Now all of a sudden you can pay LeBron $22 million this year, and that, in terms of his ego and satisfying how it's perceived. Feels a lot better than playing for $6 million.
You know, as long as I have spent the better part of 2 hours and 21 minutes today just complaining about things and people, which was not my intention because I'm in a great mood, had a great weekend, but everything seems to be annoying me, from Madonna to Marshawn Lynch to Larry David. You know who else annoys me? Goran Dragic comes out to give his blessing to Giannis for taking number 7 and telling him it's yours now to make it. Like, hey, we got you, Goran. Like, this guy has tried to insert himself into every Heat moment. Like, again, appreciate what you did here, which was not much.
I don't think you do, Hawk.
I mean, he was fine. He was a great point guard. Great is probably overstated,
Yeah,
but
he's top 20 Heat player of all time.
Yeah, I mean, but like, we need Goran Dragic, who the Heat have made so clear you're just not a part of what we're doing. We need Goran Dragic to give Giannis some sort of go get him for number 7. Like, we had already moved on, Goran. I hate to break it to you. There's been like 6 people who've worn the number since you. What are we doing here?
Goran has to live in walking distance from the Kaseya Center.
I mean, it's crazy. This guy inserted himself in that.
What y'all got going on today? What y'all got going on today?
Heat point guard of all time. I mean, that's a big deal, Hawk. Top 5 Heat point guard of all time.
I'd have to look at the list of Heat point guards to really assert that. And that, I mean, that's not a high. If you're a top 5 anything in a franchise of all time, like, nobody needs your approval to do anything. Now, if you're top 1 of all time, then yeah, I want to hear from that guy.
Top 5?
Goran, let me see, Heat point guards.
But
you got Tim Hardaway.
Solana.
You got Mario Chalmers. Why are you laughing?
Norris Cole. Who else?
No, I mean Norris is probably behind Goran.
Jay Will.
White chocolate.
Ooh.
Jay Will.
I'd probably take Goran over Jay Will.
That Jay Will had more exciting moments in a quarter than Goran Dragic had in his entire career.
That's
here.
crazy. That's
Goran, he's the one that wore the knee brace, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was more of another leg on top of his leg.
That was the biggest knee brace in the history of time.
Kyle Lowry.
What?
Sherman Douglas.
Yeah, it's probably Tim Hardaway, Mario Chalmers, Carlos Arroyo, and then Goran Dragic.
Again, I'm not hating on Goran, but it's like, hey, like, you did your thing. It was fine. Like, you didn't make. I mean, the guy did not make an indelible mark on the Miami Heat franchise.
Heat lifer.
Okay.
Why do you roll your eyes at that? Heat lifer.
I know it's an unpopular take in Miami. I know my Marshawn Lynch take is unpopular. I know the Will Ferrell, the Larry David takes. Yeah. I got to get some stuff off my chest today. I'm sorry. I saw, like, you didn't roll your eyes when you saw Goran Dragic with like a heartfelt, hey, you can have number 7. Oh, okay. Did you give permission for Kyle Lowry? Who else had it? There was a dude that had it, like a summer league guy had number 7.
Kalel Ware and Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, Kalel Ware had it. No, but somebody had it this year.
Kalel Ware.
No. Someone had it this year.
Oh, it was our second round pick, Ryan Conwell.
Yeah, Ryan Conwell. Conwell had number 7. So, I mean, what are we doing here?
We should bring Conwell out to present it to Giannis. Ryan Conwell.
Took us to the finals in 2020, Hawk. And don't forget.
Took us?
Arguably, before the finals, arguably in that entire playoff run, nobody was better than Goran Dragic. That includes Jimmy Butler. Jimmy dominated in the finals.
Got injured, though, right?
Goran got injured. And we all know the truth is that the Miami Heat basically have a title in 2020.
And by the way, they ended up choosing Kyle Lowry over Goran Dragic.
Jimmy Butler chose Kyle Lowry.
They would have been better suited to keep Goran Dragic.
Yep.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on him because he really
No.
did have that 2020. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
You're 100% correct. I just don't understand why he's always at the arena. He's always trying to get back on the team. And now there's been 97 players who've gotten number 7 since he was here. 97 every single player has worn number 7. It's like Jackie Robinson in Major League Baseball. Everyone with the Heat wears number 7 at some point.
It's like me picking up our rookie from the airport to present him to the Dolphin facility.
Right. It's like, yeah, Crowder did his thing when he was there. Like, all right.
Yeah.
They'll call you. Nat Moore will call you when he needs you.
He just asked me to do some hamburger contest. I'm in the hamburger contest round.
That's what Goran should wait for.
Goran should wait.
Michael McCullough needs him for a hamburger contest. They'll reach out to you.
There we go.
The next Benihana night.
Yeah, if Hassan Whiteside's busy for Benihana night, they'll call you Goran. All right. And in the meantime, if you need any tickets, Heat.com.
Slider challenge host.
Oh,
Me and
that's a good
Goran.
contest for you.
Yeah, that's a good. Me and Goran, we can do a slider contest.
I like it. I like that he gave him his blessing. He perhaps was a major influence in Giannis Antetokounmpo choosing the Miami Heat.
I'm guessing that Giannis probably was pretty nervous about wearing number 7 up until he got the go-ahead from Goran Dragic.
He didn't want to disrespect the number.
Man, you hate Goran. I don't know why.
I don't. I just don't understand what role he thinks he's playing.
Is it because he's got the nickname the Dragon, and you always wanted that nickname?
I just don't understand. He seems to have an inflated idea of what his role is with the Heat.
He goes to every home game and waves. There's no camera on him.
Yeah, like he's tapping the cameraman on the shoulder. I'm over here. I've got my suit. I like Goran Dragic. I'm just goofing around, but I do think he has an overinflated view of what his tenure held.
Probably safe to assume Dragic number 7 not being retired by the Miami Heat at this point, right?
Got some competitions.
I could delete that file of that I have here where I could argue it with his stats. I could pretty much delete it.
That number is getting passed around like it's Sophie Rain at the Hollywood party.
Oh, didn't expect that analogy.
I was going to use a Bella Danger joke, but I'm too much of a Canes fan. All right, anything because we're gonna. We got to take a break at some point.
You're the one hating on a Heat legend, not me. Marlins play tonight, and that's by the way, that's on this radio station. Everybody can tune in here. Jack McMullen on the call. And don't forget, Dolphins rookies report to Cam tomorrow.
Don't forget, like I just found out about that an hour ago. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crowder's speaking to the rookies tomorrow.
That is crazy.
Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yeah.
That's
got my speech
crazy.
already.
Rookies report tomorrow. Wow.
Yeah. Should I write something down or just freestyle?
Oh, freestyle for sure.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, you're always better off the dome for sure.
So's Jimmy.
Jimmy, you want to talk to the rookies?
I forgot.
Your weather in South Florida right now, 90 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 80s. It's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season's coming. Storm season's here. You got to update that copy.
Yeah.
Make sure your home is ready.
And very quiet, thankfully.
That's a good point.
There is something brewing. I think that they're naming it up in the Panhandle right now.
Oh, goodness.
Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit Tornado Roofing .com, you sounded very concerned for those in the Panhandle,
I
but
just hate.
I'm
I
guessing
hate the
he's
damn
going up
Hurricanes.
there. It's not because he's concerned about anybody. He must be traveling up there.
Going to Orlando this weekend, but I just these Hurricanes get on my nerves.
Oh, me too.
Goodness gracious!
Thankfully, it's been quiet so far.
Gotta buy water, play with this generator. I don't know how to use.
Be careful. That it?
all I have.
All right. Cheetah Pompano. That's a great spot to watch a fight, a game, or just hang out and enjoy some of the entertainment. They have 4 stages of entertainment, the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. Cheetah Pompano has an amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day. Happy hour specials till 6 every day as well. Cheetah Palm Beach is having a sexy luau party this Wednesday. So you head to Cheetah Palm Beach this Wednesday for a day of food, drinks, and good vibes. There will be a luau lunch special, 11:30 till 3, roast pig carving station, $5 sex on the beach drink specials, $25 bar tab giveaways, a hula hoop contest with a $100 grand prize, and more. That is this Wednesday at Cheetah Palm Beach. And I always tell you, every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. You want to make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well, especially this Wednesday. And you can get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You ever just sit in your house naked?
I told you we would follow Twitter or TweetDeck, depending on what era you're listening to us in. There is some breaking news. Some of the stuff we've been waiting for. Are you ready?
I am ready.
According to TMZ Sports, Tom Brady is reportedly in talks with WWE, possibly related to his ongoing feud with Logan Paul.
Ongoing feud.
Well, I didn't see that coming. That is a left turn.
Yes.
Believe it when I see it.
Better late than never, Jimmy.
There you go, Jimmy. Reloaded that pistol. I see.
Better late than never.
I disagree with Solana totally about that.
About what?
About Tom Brady and why is he doing it? He's just having fun. Like I totally disagree.
That may be it. And if that, I mean, listen, when you have that kind of money, that kind of wealth, that kind of fame, you can do whatever you want for fun. I had lunch once. You guys I've told you stories about him before, but my cousin is a billionaire. His name is Stephen Klubeck. You can look it up. He's had his issues. I met him for lunch. They had sold their company. They own a big timeshare company. He was on Undercover Boss a couple of times. Diamond Resorts is his company, and they'd sold it. And he was a billionaire. Is a billionaire. And I met him. I think it was at the Satai down in Miami Beach. This was a couple of years ago. But I said to him, "So what are you doing now?" And he said, "Whatever the bleep I feel like." And
That's it.
that's Tom Brady. Tom Brady can do whatever the bleep he feels like. If he wants to do wrestling stuff, he can do wrestling stuff. If he wants to do movies, he can do movies. He wants to own a team, he can own a team. He literally can do whatever he wants.
When people on the side of 84 in Davie, and it's a little dirty canal, and they'll see me and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" "I'm fishing." "Here?" "Yeah, I just want to go fishing, and this is the close place to my house. I'm fishing." Like, and I'm not anywhere on their level, but just whatever makes you happy.
It's like, it sounds so simple, but it is so true. I said this I had brunch, I told you, with Lee Sterling, me and Lori and him and his wife. And I said to him, my happy place is avocado toast and a cappuccino. It literally makes me happy. I don't care what cafe. I mean, I have my favorites or whatever, but we met Lee and his wife at Italy over at Aventura Mall. But like when I'm sitting down and I can play my word games, my Wordle, my Dordle, my Quordle, Cedacordle, Octordle, and eat an avocado toast and a cappuccino, it's the time of my life. The time of my life.
I've caught mahi in Costa Rica. I fished in the biggest lakes. I've been in tournaments catching huge bass. I catch a little 1 pound bass on the side of the road creek. It's the same feeling as going to Costa Rica and catching a marlin.
There's something to be said, honestly, for like little things that make you happy. But Tom Brady, if this literally is just something that makes him happy, God bless him. You know, maybe he and his kids watch wrestling.
Yep, he has a son.
And he's like, I can be part of, and it's like, oh, you'd like that? Okay, that would be fun. You know what I mean? Like one of the security guards at our building told Lori, she's like, "Oh, I saw you on the basketball court at the building playing, basketball with your son." And she was like, "Meet them where they are." That's her, like, wherever like if he'll spend time with her, wherever he is, meet them where they are. And that might be the Tom Brady thing, right? Maybe he's got a thing with wrestling and his son, and that's a bonding moment. And speaking of sons, Crowder, do you still have the T-shirt near you? So my son DJ, who by the way moved back to Tampa today. He left today. He is the owner of HawkLovesAvocadoToast.com, which is also horsemuffins.com if you want a quicker route to it. Look at the tag that Crowder's showing you on the shirt. How great is that tag? The Hawk avocado tag. It costs me a little extra little whatever. I shouldn't say cost me. DJ literally owns the store. It's his store. I don't make a dime off it, but this is a fun project for me and him. But Crowder ordered the Hawk and Crowder and Solana and Jimmy shirt. That's a cool looking shirt. I like that. How's the quality on it?
Great quality, expeditious delivery. Just nice.
I mean, that's a 5-star rating. So if anybody wants to support my son, he moved back to Tampa today, but this is his side hustle. There's T-shirts from me and Stugatz and me in this show and some of the old classic bits from the Lebitard show. It's all up there at HawkLovesAvocadoToast.com or horsemuffins.com. But if you can support the kid, that would be great. That would be appreciated by me.
Yes.
It's a fun site too. I did a podcast with Stugatz today, and somebody put on the text. This is random, but Hawk and Crowder have killed Solano for years for his Sixto Sanchez song. But Hawk's Doliak song is 10 times worse. Please play it on the show. I almost sent you, Solana, the clips I was pulling for the podcast that I do with Stugatz. It dropped today. You can see it on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast, called With Stugatz and Hochman. I won't play it here because it's Lebitard show merchandise, like property or whatever. I don't know. It would be weird to play it here. But I have 10 bad songs for every Sixto Sanchez that Solana has thrown up. Like, I was pulling out some of the old songs for today's podcast, and like some of them are, I mean, make me shudder that I actually did this stuff on the air.
I commend you, though, because you guys ran me away from that production studio after Sixto Sanchez. Like, every now and then I get the itch. I think of a song and I'm like, nah, it's just not worth it. You kept swinging.
Well, I don't know if I knew how bad some of these, I mean, if you think I was rough on you, I mean, listen to today's podcast. Yeah. You'll hear how rough Dan was on me. When, I mean, 4 seconds into the song is like, oh my God, this is atrocious. Well, I've been there. I've been there. My Michael Doliak song is terrible. It is.
I gotta go.
Did you hear it? You heard the podcast? It is bad. My Rafael Palmeiro song I thought was pretty decent. I think the Donna Shalala song.
I remember that.
Eric Clapton's Layla. Shalala. Anyway, check out the website for my son. That would be super cool. Horsemuffins.com or HawkLovesAvocadoToast.com. We got to take a break because we're all over the board today. What was I saying though? Saying something about Tom Brady, WWE,
meet them,
being happy,
where they're at. Avocado toast.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. 5 o'clock hour is coming up. We'll get you updated on the latest LeBron stuff, which I feel like has petered out from 2 o'clock.
It has.
I'm telling you, when we came on the air at 2 o'clock at 4:49, I would have assumed we were talking about what this means for the Miami Heat, LeBron being here. I swear to God, I thought by now that's what we'd be talking about. Doesn't seem like we're there yet. Seems like we're slipping further away is the feeling.
The longer it takes, I think it's going to be more of production from the LeBron camp.
We're going to talk about it in the 5 o'clock hour on Hard Rock Bet. Everyone is invited to the party. Your name is on the list. Sign up with Hard Rock Bet today. Bet $5 on anything. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. So you got a winning bet plus an extra $150 to bet with. That's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. You're still riding the soccer high. The world's biggest soccer tournament is over, but club action is back. Miami hosts Chicago for a midweek match day. Maybe you like the GOAT to score twice, although I don't think the GOAT is actually going to be playing. A winger to record an assist, or Miami to score at least 3 goals. However you draw it up, Hard Rock Bet gives you tons of ways to stack your picks into an epic same-game parlay. Also, Hard Rock Bet gives you new promos every single day. no sweat bets, profit boosts, bonus bets, and more. So no matter the day or the game, there's always something waiting for you in the app. So if you do have the app, open it right now. See what you've got waiting for you today. Of course, you've got baseball season going on. There's games to bet almost every day, probably every day, and the action is always right there on Hard Rock Bet. The WNBA's brightest stars take center stage in Chicago this weekend. And even though the All-Star game isn't technically the real thing, you can still bet like it is on Hard Rock Bet. The world's most prestigious cycling race reaches its epic conclusion on Sunday. After thousands of miles, grueling mountain climbs, and all-out sprints, only one cyclist will stand atop the podium in Paris. We know Solana's dad will be watching. Back your favorite cyclists, predict the stage winners, chase your own yellow jersey moment on Hard Rock Bet. It all starts with you downloading the Hard Rock Bet app right now, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I'm uncomfortable walking inside a tree.
5 o'clock hour on a Monday where there has been no LeBron decision as of yet. Shocking at 5:04. I swear to God, I thought today, I had even told Whittingham, who was on with us in the 3 o'clock hour, I had told Whittingham, hey, good possibility you get bumped today because the LeBron news is probably going to happen this afternoon. I guess I got caught up in the swirl of online hoo-ha, but there's still time. I mean, we still got 50 seconds left in our show. So
Tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm starting to feel as if the longer it takes, and I'm not saying the decision, Jim Gray's not sitting down with him again. He figured out that was a terrible decision. But there's going to be something more than just a text or a tweet or an Instagram post. It has to be something more the longer it takes.
Nope. I think it's going to be very casual, which plays into this whole thing of like, oh, I didn't realize people were waiting on something. I was just making an informed, educated decision. I think it's going to be a social media drop. There were some people suggesting, I read this morning, there were some people suggesting a live Rich Paul podcast
For sure.
on Sunday night on Netflix. You know, Netflix is all in on podcasts now. They have a ton of podcasts up there. I didn't know that Rich Paul's was one of Netflix podcasts. I'm not even 100% certain that it is.
Who is it?
But
him and him and the white dude.
Max Kellerman.
Yeah, Max and him. They're on Netflix.
They were saying, and this does make a little bit of sense. Sunday night, there's nothing going on. They could control. Netflix could have record numbers. Rich Paul would have record numbers. Obviously, Rich and Max would love it. And then they would dictate the news cycle, which starts the next day, Monday. So there is some credence to that. Like, it would make sense if you want to dominate and control the news. That would be a way to do it.
But isn't that more grandiose? Solana has talked about the Rich Paul podcast.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And even if they don't announce it on the Rich Paul podcast, I guarantee LeBron makes an appearance to talk about whatever team he decides to play. And they try to kind of push the narrative one way to why it's the best fit for LeBron. Like, he's going on that pod. I mean, Rich Paul's been doing guest appearance after guest appearance, tour after tour with this podcast, talking about LeBron's decision. He pulled out an effing whiteboard with teams on his back. He knows what he's doing. Like, he can claim, those were just, we're just showing you how it looks from our end. No, you're not. You know what you're doing.
Was LeBron at Fanatics Fest?
Yes. He was,
because I know he's gone and that's right. He had that panel with
Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton and then did some other stuff. Rich Paul obviously was there.
I'll tell you this. We had Rich on the podcast and we saw him at some award show. Like, we run into Rich and you talk with him. Rich Paul, I know everybody thinks he's just LeBron's homeboy. Rich Paul is a smart dude.
Oh,
Rich Paul, he understands this whole thing.
That's $1 billion organization.
Yes.
Like, that is. It's
he's
run
the dude
well.
he's the guy like you're talking about, your cousin. Does he tell you advice on things you don't ask about? Because Rich probably be like, what up, Rich? How you doing? See, man, so when y'all set up y'all's cameras, y'all need to go more linear. And so I'm like, Rich, I'm just hanging out, brother. I don't know what you're talking about.
Man knows his stuff. All right, let's do and this was the latest from Barry Jackson. I read this in the last hour, but Barry Jackson had tweeted out a couple hours ago. ESPN's Shams says that he spoke with Rich Paul this morning. There is no decision by LeBron and no timetable on a decision. Shams said his understanding is the focus remains on the Heat, Cleveland, and Philadelphia. And then Barry Jackson said ESPN's Dave McMenamin said Rich Paul told him Friday there are no perfect options for LeBron. Kendrick Perkins said he heard Miami's at the top of the list. Mark Spears told him an NBA coach said it's Cleveland or Philadelphia or Golden State. So who knows? Nobody knows is essentially where we're at. We're at exactly where we started. Nobody knows. But the odds have shifted in a major way to LeBron to Miami. So we'll see. Let's do headlines here with Solana for the 5 o'clock hour. Headlines are brought to you by Darrell Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little solcito. When we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Darrell Hyundai.
I could do with just a tweet. Just give me a tweet.
I don't think you're going to get much more than that. If there is much more than that, I think you're right. It's Rich Paul's podcast.
Yeah.
And it could be something as simple as, hey, going to go live on the podcast in an hour. Not where it's 3 days in advance, Rich Paul podcast, 7 p.m. Sunday night. Like, it could just be one of those things where it's like, hey, special edition, me and Max going live in an hour, something like that.
I would love the fire sign with the crown next to it, and that's it. On his Twitter account or Instagram.
That'd be cool. Or just change the bio and see how long it takes for people to notice.
This something just
1
so
minute.
smooth.
What? Not even.
People are checking LeBron's Twitter account
Yeah.
every second.
Yeah.
Hey, the World Cup final was yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and Spain defeated Argentina 1-0. There was some extracurriculars after the game. I don't know if anyone caught this.
I love it.
But the Fox and the Telemundo cameras only caught it after the fact. But it ended up going viral where you had some Argentine players, it appeared, attacking some of the Spanish players.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the actual trophy celebration was pretty funny as well. President Donald Trump didn't realize that he would end up in the shot, the famous shot in soccer when Spain
But
is
that
awarded
happened
the trophy.
in 16, didn't it?
In 16.
Yeah. Or whenever they had when he was president, this happened before with him.
No, because when he was president was 2020.
Yeah. This isn't political at all, but all the shoulder rubbing and stuff, like, just put my little medal on my neck, man. Let me slide out of here.
Yeah, but that's normal. But I just found it funny, like, he didn't know where to stand. And Infantino and the Spanish captain, Rodri, were like, move it along, move it along.
They added him out of their picture that they tweeted out.
They did.
Yeah.
Did you guys think it was a fun game? Because Woody said it was a bad game, but I didn't feel that way. I felt like despite it being 0-0, despite it going in extra time 0-0, there was a lot of moments that were exhilarating.
I mean, it's hard to say that any game in any sport is exhilarating when one team takes no shots.
Yeah.
Literally none. So I get it. I understand soccer's low score. Like, I don't have the problems I used to with soccer. Like, it is what it is. I understand the defensive posturing and all that stuff. But it is hard to say in any sporting event that is predicated on having more points than the opposing team that it's exhilarating when there is not a single shot taken.
Woody gave me a hard time. I would take France, England 17 times in a row over that other game.
I mean, it was fun as hell, that game.
It's just, I want to see action.
You don't like competition. That's fine.
I want to see action. 10 goals scored, that's action.
It was great. It really was.
Los Modelings play tonight. They'll try to end a 6-game losing skid.
Go. Come on, Marlins. We're
Who's
so
pitching?
into you guys for a second. Let's go.
Today would have been perfect as well. On this day in 2004, the Miami Heat announced Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh,
He showed up. He was officially traded to Miami.
that was the truck with the super soaker.
Yep, the big truck. They got the 18-wheeler out there. The diesel showed up. He's squirting the fans with the super soaker. And today also happens to be Ray Allen's 51st birthday.
Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking we should probably play that that call. You have it? I think we have the TV call. I'm not certain if we have a radio call because I'm not certain it was on radio. Oh, no, it was definitely on radio. There was no local TV, but there was national TV.
Yeah.
I have the radio call and I have the TV call as well.
Well,
Yeah, we should probably. Is it Mike Inglis on the call?
Yeah, Mike
yes, it
Inglis.
is.
Yeah.
All right, here's Mike Inglis.
So Miami needs a good three. They've got time to set it up. Chalmers, left side reel. LeBron for three. James misses. Rebound Bosch. Back to Allen, the long shot. Allen from downtown with 5.2 left. Take those yellow ropes back inside.
That was a great call. That was a great call. I forgot that line from Mike Inglis. Take those yellow ropes back inside. That was a great call.
Courtesy of 790 the ticket.
Ah, the old 790 the ticket, Jimmy.
What does Tobin call it? The Goosies?
That's the Goosies.
That's the Goosies there, man.
And here's Mike Breen on ESPN.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Literally got the chills. Literally got the chills. Oh, my God. What year is that?
2013.
Wow.
One rebound made a guy's career. That's crazy.
Not falling for that again. By the way, we gave that to DBJ last season. He did not do it.
Oh, well, let's give it to him again this season.
Right. We should give it to him again.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially with LeBron being back here.
Yeah. DBJ got a little loosey-goosey at the end of last year. The games got a little tight. He wanted to work in our calls.
Loosey-goosey.
What's her name? Lozagusa. Saragusa.
All right, expeditious.
Expeditiously.
Yeah.
That's a word. Expeditious.
You can't say I got something expeditious. It got to me. Like
expeditiously.
Expeditiously and expeditious are two different things.
Now I'll admit,
what did he say? What did I miss?
He's like, when we were talking about the shirt that he ordered from horsemuffins.com, he's like, yeah, an expeditious, it got to me.
Expeditiously.
It got to me expeditiously is correct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Not expeditious delivery.
He just called somebody Tony Saragusa, and now he's sad about himself.
And on this day in 2012, The Dark Knight Rises released to theater. You've never seen either of the Batman movies, which is genuinely just the most outrageous thing I've ever heard.
That's the Peter Nolan guy, right?
Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm. We're not gonna have time because I want to talk to Ira. This Christopher Nolan, because he did the Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
This guy, I have to tell you, did you read the stories about him? DJ had showed me. He doesn't have a cell phone.
I love him.
It's the biggest lie. It's the biggest douchebag thing. There's this article I have. I don't have time to get to it now. But they asked Matt Damon, well, how does he get a hold of you? And it's like, an assistant will call you and say that, what's the guy's name? Christopher Nolan. He's calling you tomorrow at 11. And then Matt Damon goes, and then you'll see an unknown number comes up because he's just using a phone on the lot somewhere and whatever. That's such a look at me, Louie thing, Christopher Nolan. Like, so you have other people use their cell phones to get in touch with people. The whole notion that you don't have a cell phone or email, like, get over yourself. It's such a lie. And you want to perpetrate this lie that you're so whatever that you don't have to have a cell phone. You cannot exist in today's day and age in a successful fashion the way Christopher Nolan does without a cell phone and email. So you pretend like you don't have one and you tell your assistant, call Matt Damon for me. Hey, call Ben Affleck. Hey, call Elliot Page. Yeah. Whoever. Like, it's such a lie. It's such a put on. Get over yourself, jackass.
I like it. He's a creative. He don't want to fill his mind with this foolishness.
Except the problem is he's got people around him who are walking cell phones. You know what I mean? If you want to live in a house with no assistants and no employees without a cell phone, knock yourself out. I hope it goes well for you, Christopher Nolan. But he's got 7 cell phones walking with him at all times.
Hey, Jennifer. Check Twitter. Check Twitter, Jennifer.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah. What are they saying about the Odyssey? Well, this is what the Rotten Tomato says. This is what okay. Oh, I don't know because I don't have a cell phone. Okay, dummy, liar, fraud.
Feel with him what you do, but you have to see Dark Knight Rises. That's the best movie Batman's ever done.
No, I'm fine.
Agreed. Better than The Dark Knight.
Oh, yes.
People usually put The Dark Knight ahead of The Dark Knight
The
Rises.
only good Batman movie is Michael Keaton on
okay.
Batman.
Man, come on. That the one with the little fat man, the penguin?
No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
The only good Batman is Clooney.
That was unbelievable. How's George Clooney beating people up?
All right. Well, we stumbled into something fun there. Can't wait to revisit that.
Stupid ass. I'm so annoyed by that story.
It's him and Jared Leto, right? They're the same
exactly.
thing.
Oh,
right.
I'm so removed from everything. Jared Leto, remember, he didn't even know about COVID.
Right.
I'm so removed. You remember that? Oh, I don't know. I'm just walking on a beach. I don't know. Go F yourself. I'm so close to cursing.
Jared Leto had no idea a global pandemic was affecting billions.
Right.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I'm just playing Tetris on the beach. I'm Jared Leto.
I think it's unrealistic, but it's a great feeling to be disconnected.
Yes, it would be. It's impossible. So don't pretend like you are, especially if you're an actor, a director, whatever. It's impossible.
Huck, what about 12 hours on the boat when there's no reception and I really don't know what's going on in the world?
That's fine. That happens. But
I
to say,
enjoy
like,
that.
Oh, I live not being connected for 8 hours. F yourself.
I forgot about Jared Leto.
You remember that? It was so annoying.
COVID? What is that?
Yeah. What? What do you mean? Okay, Jared Leto.
He's a weirdo, though.
Okay, Jared. Influenza what? All right.
Weather in South Florida. It's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting.
Punch that guy.
The stupid eyes.
Oh, I really would
Stupid.
just like to blow a vial of COVID into Jared Leto's face.
Who is COVID? What's her last name?
Yes, COVID who? Oh, yes, I think I worked with her on my so-called life.
This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting.
Like, who does that crap work on? I mean, okay, Jared. Like,
People holding his cell phone for him.
I think I've had this bottled up for 6 years.
His assistant with his cell phone.
But did you see Hawk with the Odyssey? Christopher Nolan had to work with IMAX to create a new type of camera specifically for his movie.
Yeah.
Like, just film the movie, guys.
Yeah. I mean, we're all watching it on our phones on an airplane. Like you're making it to like be shown on a palace wall. I'm watching it in between tweets. Okay, you'll make it entertaining.
They say you got to separate yourself. We're talking about some genius, and he's a genius. They're weird.
Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah. That's what people say about me as a genius.
He's not weird. I've seen
He's
interviews
weird.
with him. Normal dude. You can have a conversation. Normal dude. Then he puts on his director's cap, and all of a sudden he's. I don't have a phone, guy.
Yeah, okay.
He's not weird.
Jared Leto's weird.
Never
Christopher
mind.
Nolan, not weird.
I'm sorry, Solana. I met your friends. You're right.
This weather report is brought to you by none of my friends wear a pin with their initials on it. Just throwing it out there. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting.
Do we have time to replay Ira?
I can't count like on that quick notice, Hawk. That's crazy.
It's all right. Because I want to talk about Tucker Dukes here.
Jimmy,
So go ahead, do the weather, and then we'll figure out if we can replay Ira or not, because I think people want to know about the Heat.
What's 32 plus 16?
42, 48.
We do not.
All right.
This weather
Laugh
report is
like
brought
a
to you by
third grader.
Tornado
Check
Roofing
it
and
out on the
Contracting.
podcast.
Replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right. We will continue our conversation about what a jackass Christopher Nolan and Jared Leto are. Just annoyed me because DJ sent me this article. He's like, you know that he doesn't have a cell phone? I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. He doesn't have a cell phone, I'm sure. He's doing his banking at the bank. He's ordering his food, pulling out the yellow pages to find out. It's just such a joke. He's got to be in touch with the producers, the studios. Like, you're telling me the studio head is trying to get a hold of Christopher Nolan and has to write him a letter? Like, what?
I don't know. He could call his assistant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He has a cell phone. It's called his assistant Mabel. Like, it's like such a look at me Louie thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a cell phone, but I have someone who does everything for me that's required by a cell phone. And she's with me 24/7. But I don't have a cell phone.
I like it.
So stupid. Yeah, I'd like it if someone legit, but if he didn't have a cell phone, he ain't making movies with big stars. Sorry, he's not. Like, it's impossible. You cannot get by as a successful person in this world without having access to a cell phone. Makes no sense.
He's disconnected. He doesn't go on Twitter and Instagram.
I wonder what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. I'll check the newspaper in the morning. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. You've got a multi-billion-dollar filming schedule. Check the newspaper in the morning and see if you'll be able to shoot the outdoor scene. Stupid ass.
Yeah, this is built up.
Yeah, I don't know where this came from.
Yeah, this is built up.
I like it, though, because, I have my own issues with Nolan and this stupid film that's out now. And I want to see The Odyssey. I don't think it's stupid, but the way it was shot to me is stupid. Where 99% of people who are going to experience this movie won't experience it the correct way.
Right. Yeah.
Well, then why film it like
How
that?
about do it where like 96% of the people get to experience it the right way? And he's like, well, we need to build more IMAX theaters. Oh, okay. You think you can build them by Friday? Yeah. Yeah. You think so? How many think you can have up by Friday?
It's gonna be on Netflix next week.
We're building a multi-billion-dollar movie here. It's going to be the most talked about movie in the history of this planet. Let's shoot it on a camera that can only be seen in 41 rooms in the entire world.
In the world.
In the world, Hawk. 41 and 25 in the United States.
In the world.
You got to separate yourself.
And then, it's going to be on Netflix, and he's going to say, this isn't the proper way to watch it. And then Jared Leto's going to go, what is Netflix? What is it? Is that a constellation? Oh, I hate these people.
So silly.
Tucker Duke's lunchbox is in Deerfield Beach, and it really is the best burgers in South Florida. But Tucker Duke's, it's not just award-winning burgers. It's one of the most creative menus in South Florida. You can see the menu online at tuckerdukesburgers.com. In fact, I have the website open right now because I wanted to see if there's anything going on that I wasn't aware of. And I'm telling you, if you just go to tuckerdukesburgers.com, like, you'll see crazy menu items, and you're like, man, that looks good. The Tucker Duke burger, the best in town, half-pound burger topped with house-made onion rings, American cheese, Tucker sauce, spring mix, and tomato, and it's held together with a steak knife because that's how big it is. But all their burgers, the Grand Dada, they have the goat burger. I mean, it's just one after another that looks so good. But then again, it's not just burgers. I see a Stitch's summer berry salad. So you think you have to eat a burger at Tucker Duke's? You don't. How about grilled chicken with spinach and romaine lettuce, blueberries, raspberries, as Solana would say.
Love a raspberry.
Mandarin oranges, pecans, and feta drizzled with balsamic and honey. Like, it's just creative stuff. The pesto princess grilled chicken sandwich. Goldsworthy grilled or fried chicken with white American cheese, bacon, spring mix, tomatoes, onions, and avocado ranch. And then there's a chicken Philly. And then there's a Carolina Gold brisket sandwich, sliced brisket, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, coleslaw, and crispy onions on a toasted focaccia bun. I'm telling you, man, Tucker Dukes. Tucker Dukes, they've got it all. And they've got a cool special all summer long. Slammin' Sundays. Buy one beer, get one free. That's every Sunday, all summer long. Good friends, cold beer, great food. That's the Tucker Dukes way. And if you follow Tucker Dukes on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, you will see all the incredible food that they make. And they update their socials constantly. Tucker Dukes Lunchbox. Go there for dinner tonight. Tucker Dukes, they're in Deerfield Beach. It's worth a visit. 1101 South Powerline Road in Deerfield Beach. It's on the southwest corner of Powerline and 10th. Or check out their website. It's tuckerdukesburgers.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Have you enjoyed today's show from whatever you've heard?
No.
I almost told you before the show started, Solana, to have all the Heat songs ready from the Big Three era, because I thought by now, by 5:40, we'd be playing Seven Nation Army and Pharoah Monch and all the bangers, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. I have to tell you, I'm a little disappointed. You saw how I was vibing at 2:00 when we came on the air.
Yeah.
A lot of things were pointing in the direction. Crowder had to leave, by the way. He had to go pick up his daughter. And his pivot partner, Ryan Clark, I just saw on The Athletic, Andrew Marchand, who covers sports media, says ESPN has cut ties with NFL analyst Ryan Clark. And it goes on to say that ESPN is going to make several layoffs in the coming days, and that Ryan Clark is one of them. And I think he was on today. I think I saw him today. Anyway, we can ask Crowder tomorrow when he returns. But I really thought there was a lot of hubbub last night that LeBron was making a decision. Then Chris Cody, who's Greg Cody's son, but he's one of the producers on Le Batard's show, he tweeted out last night he's hearing LeBron is coming to Miami, and it'll be announced today, this afternoon. And then all of a sudden the odds started shifting on a lot of the gambling sites. Then Pat Riley went on with Le Batard this morning for a sit down, and part of it, he addressed like his relationship with LeBron, when it was sour, when it was healed, and was pretty much, he was pretty much, he didn't say anything that we didn't already know, right? Solana was like, hey, we had issues. We've buried the hatchet. We've seen each other a number of times. It's a warm embrace. And so there's certainly the possibility still that LeBron comes here. I just thought it was all headed towards today being the day. I figured LeBron was waiting for the World Cup to be over. And then today, on this Monday, where there's not a whole bunch going on, he would make his announcement. And because even Adam Silver had said last week, like, yeah, we'd like to know because we'd like to be able to finalize our schedule. Like we're holding everything, but LeBron seems to be in no rush.
We'd all like to know at this point. I don't know why, by the way, like, especially for us, Hawk, what would we be talking about right now if we weren't talking about the possibility of LeBron James coming here? Like, who knows, right?
Well,
so
I could do another.
this.
I could do another hour on Jared Leto and Christopher Nolan. To be quite honest, I have a lot of pent up anger towards those guys. But no, this is. But I understand from the NBA standpoint and all the teams' standpoint that are still in it. Like, yeah, we'd like to know. But this has happened with a number of stars. Aaron Rodgers famously held Green Bay hostage several times, right? Making his decision and doing it on his own timetable. And certainly LeBron has earned the right to work on his own timetable. He's the second greatest to ever do it.
In terms of people mentioning Miami, it felt more and more like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everything was Miami.
Everything. Again, unless we're looking at it just through our prism, but everything, including the odds, was just like, yeah, it's happening. He's coming to Miami. I'm looking to see what the odds are right now on Hard Rock.
But even after the Giannis presser, Hawk, the way Pat Riley talked about him, the way Giannis talked about him, it just felt like something was in motion. It really did.
Heat are even money right now on the Hard Rock app, plus 100, even money. Cavs are plus 250, Sixers plus 450, Golden State plus 600.
Yeah, I don't think Golden State's even in the conversation anymore. I just don't.
That would be a rug pull that he is capable of, though. Right? Like, all it takes is Rich Paul or LeBron to give one person a morsel. Yeah, probably not Golden State. And then everyone writes it off. And it could be the rug pull. I don't know. All I know is it's 5:45, and there has been no decision today, and I thought today was the day that it was going to happen. So, another day of this tomorrow.
Another day of this. We'll probably have another week of this.
What's going on in Cleveland?
Told you 2 weeks ago I was already annoyed of this guy.
No, don't say that, because I still think he's coming here.
Well, me too. But again, it doesn't mean I can't be annoyed. I'm a little annoyed.
Don't be any annoyed, because I think he's coming here. You still have your tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, very excited.
Yeah.
Because if you got him, I've got him. We got to wrap things up here. You got Larry Bluestein coming up tonight with South Florida High School Sports. And then you're going to have Marlins baseball. Where'd you say they're in Houston?
Yeah, H-Town, Hawk.
We'll hopefully get a Marlins victory. Get off the schneid tonight from Houston.
Yep, Houston, we have a problem.
So, I'm a huge believer in Atlantic Men's Clinic as I've been getting older. Didn't feel like myself. I was getting tired more easily. It's why I started getting testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic. And guys, low testosterone is something men younger and younger are experiencing. So if your game isn't quite what it used to be, you've got less energy, less drive, you don't feel like yourself, you deserve to feel your best. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds and have more energy and improve your sleep and increase your sex drive and so much more. And it all helps you get back to feeling your best. They have successfully treated many men for low T, including me. And I will tell you from experience, you will notice a difference. So if you think you might be low T, what should you do? Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. You could take the low T quiz. It's right there on the website. It's a 10-question quiz. Takes 2 minutes. And if you're desirous, schedule a consult with Atlantic Men's Clinic. They do your lab work. They have your results within 30 minutes. A Florida licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options. And then you make a decision together with their medical team. So if you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks of treatment, you're going to feel your energy return, the brain fog go away, your sleep improve, your workouts improve, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. So don't ignore the signs. Call them today. Take that first step towards feeling better again. They have 7 locations in South Florida. 877-455-7300 is the number, 877-455-7300, or you can visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details. That is going to wrap things up for us today on this Monday. Again, Larry Bluestein is next. Marlins baseball after that. If anything breaks with LeBron, maybe Solana and I will do a live YouTube stream tonight if anything should come down. You game for that?
I'm game unless it happens after 9 because it's soccer night. So
got you. All right. Well, be careful with your ACL. Everybody have a great and safe Monday night. Go Marlins. Make up your mind, LeBron. We will speak with you mañana.
Traffic on WQAM is